We'll be talking with Gary Coleman in just a couple of minutes. Gary Coleman has made it clear he does not like the show. And he is here for the plugs. And he is here. He is discussing his release and also...
does he have problems with the release?
I don't know. And Gary said that his publicist wanted to know if there was a lock on our door so he'd be able to leave if he didn't like the interview. And there is no lock on the door.
Keep him here.
There's no sex in the champagne room and no lock on the door. So you don't have to worry about that. We don't lock any of our guests in. Anybody who wants to leave can leave. It's a two-way street.
Even we can leave if we want to.
If I don't like how the interview's going, I might get up and leave.
Why don't you tell me what you knew down here today?
I'm coming down here to talk about UGO Network's Gary Coleman Webathon on the 15th through the 28th of November.
Okay. And how'd you get involved in that? It's really interesting. I have discovered that there actually is 100 people on the earth that will do something out of the goodness of their heart. I didn't ask for it. I didn't beg for it. I was still kind of skeptical of it. And, when it comes right down to it, I'm really proud to be participating. Now, these what are they doing? What do you mean, the goodness of their heart? What are they doing?
Well, they want to set up a webathon event. It's going to be like the event of all events on the internet, where there's going to be an auction, there's going to be online chat, there's going to be me in 3D, and of course me in digital streamed video, 24 hours a day, 15th to the 28th of November. Also, they can raise money for me. And I thought, that's really nice and it's really cool, but I hope people really get behind it, because it's certainly not something I would have thought of on my own.
Right. So somebody came to you with this idea that said, hey, let us help raise money for you.
Right. And the funny thing that is the absolute truth is UGO Network said they would have done this regardless of my participation. And I just find that absolutely astoundingly wonderful.
How much money are you hoping to raise?
The sky's the limit. It's the internet. Everybody gets rich on the internet these days.
And pretty much all of it goes to you?
Well, pretty much, yeah. There's going to be some charitable contributions, of course, but that's up to me.
Okay. All right, so are you ready to do the show? I know there's been kind of you were a little upset before, but are you ready to do the show now?
You know what? I am unconcerned. I know who Howard is. The whole world knows who Howard is. I got my notes. I know what I'm doing.
And, well, Howard was saying before that there's a possibility, you said if you didn't like what he was asking, you'd walk out. Is that true? That's
always a possibility with any radio program, especially if a shock jock is involved.
Really? You think Howard might go over the line with you, or?
When is he not going over the line? He's been on the air how many years now?
All right, so we'll see. I guess you're going on in a couple minutes. We'll see.
Unless he says something. This man behind you says something.
Hey, Gary, I was wondering, this is Howard's apple, all right? And you can have it.
This is Howard's apple?
Yeah, I just washed it for you, bro.
Okay.
All right?
Can I give Howard back his apple?
No. It's for you, man.
All right.
All right, Gary, so we'll see you in a couple minutes.
Okay, thanks.
Gary Coleman was the star of a show called Different Strokes. His parents took all his money. I actually have a great deal of sympathy for him and his story, but evidently he doesn't like me, but he's here for the plugs. He's plugging something. This is Gary Coleman. There he is, right there, Gary Coleman. Imagine that. Hey, man, he's smiling. That's a good sign. That's a good sign. How you doing, Gary? All right.
I got to put on all the accoutrements here.
Exactly. Gary, it says in your bio you're 4'8", but I think you're smaller than 4'8".
No. I'm actually bigger.
Really?
After 20 years in the business, you learn to mature rather quickly and deal with people on a whole new level. Hopefully.
Well, you've been
makes you bigger.
I heard you don't like the show. And I don't have any. I like your honesty.
Have you listened to the show?
Yeah. Have you actually heard the show?
Well, I haven't heard the show. I've just heard the comments that people make to me after they've heard you say something about me on the show.
Oh, so you can't go by that.
Yeah, you shouldn't go by that. I don't know that I've been actually too difficult with you.
We actually defended you when you had that run-in with that woman.
Yeah, we defended you.
Really?
Yeah.
I said that I know that you get a lot of crap from people. I know you've been abused in your life.
You and me both, I'm sure.
Yeah, and I know that
we
sometimes.
We talked about your problems with money and your family. We were defending you then.
I learned about your.
I must thank you both.
I know. I've learned about your history with your mother and father. Really, they adopted you, right?
Exactly.
I didn't even know that.
2 weeks old.
Right. They adopted you. Have you ever met your real parents?
No, I sure haven't.
You haven't.
No.
And these two people put you into show business, which is something that I can't stand. I think putting a kid in show business is the same. I think parents should be locked up in jail. When I read that Kathy Lee...
If they can't work in sweatshops, how come they can do this?
Well, when I read that Kathy Lee, who has a lot of money, is putting her kid into show business...
Yeah.
It sickens me. Because I think that robs a kid of their childhood. It puts the pressure on the kid to be the breadwinner.
Right, exactly.
And I don't think it's right to do to a kid to put a kid on that kind of pressure. And I'll tell you why. Robin and I were once on the subway. We were coming into work when we worked at NBC, and we saw this kid and the mother. Remember this, Robin?
Yeah.
And the mother was like, "We're going to this audition." She was rehearsing the kid, and she said, "You bet." This kid must have been 5 or 6 years old. "You better get this right. You get it right because we need the money. We need this job." And I looked at Robin. We almost wanted to slug her.
And, kids too young to reach. She's like giving him the lines over and over and over again. And trying to make him.
Well, see, the nice thing about me and my 20-plus career is I, like a fool, with very little information, chose to be in the business. With the caveat that if I ever didn't want to do it anymore,
you could stop.
I could stop. Of course.
You couldn't.
We all know what happened there.
Yeah.
Right. Well, and also when you say you chose to be in the business, I'm sure there was pressures.
I mean, how do you even know of a business?
Exactly.
Oh, well, no, it's not that. Here I am on the Howard Stern show about to defend the thieves. They didn't pressure me.
Right.
The agent that I had all during Different Strokes didn't pressure me until later when I wanted to quit.
Right.
The lawyers that I had all during Different Strokes didn't pressure me until later when I wanted to quit. I wanted to quit on the third or fourth
How old were you
season.
when you decided to go into show business?
I had decided, well, actually, there's a little bit more backstory. I decided I wanted to model for Montgomery Ward's because I had a cousin that was doing it.
Right.
She was doing it at like 6, and I was 5, and I thought, how come they don't have little boys doing that?
Right.
So my mother helped me write a letter to Linda Secor. Never forget her name.
Right.
Montgomery Ward's, Waukegan, Illinois. They had a runway set up in the little mall there, and every season I'd model the clothes, the kids' clothes.
Right.
And there was a mall manager that thought I had talent out of all the kids. He gave my parents a card. We went to go see the agent in Chicago. I started doing local and regional commercials. And here I am on the Howard Stern Show.
Well, listen, the thing that kills me about your story is that Gary Coleman probably made conservatively about $18 million in his career. His parents went to a judge each time, because that's money they weren't supposed to be able to touch. There's like something called the Jackie Coogan law.
Which is very weak and very wordy.
Yeah. And his parents did, in fact...
Getting around it?
Yeah. In fact, it was when he was down to $1 million, he had $1 million in a pension plan, which a pension plan no one is supposed to be able to get to.
They even got to that?
The parents got to that, and you really are penniless.
Well, when you have 6 really slick, shrewd adults taking 47.5% of your money before 35% taxes,
that's criminal.
There isn't going to be a whole lot of money left.
It's amazing, and in fact, you talk about that and all that money made. How these judges got bamboozled.
What did they need this money for?
Yeah,
let me run down the list here.
Yeah. Strip malls, right?
Well, there was these really bad commercial properties in Colorado Springs, Denver, and Salt Lake City, Utah. Do people buy property in Salt Lake City, Utah?
The worst investments. And how do you go to a judge and say, we need money for strip malls?
Yeah. And it's supposed to be his money.
And all you had to do is take that $18 million, stick it at 5% interest, and this guy would have been set for life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You never would have had to work.
Never, ever again. Well, that was the wool being pulled over my eyes. That's what I was being told.
You were a kid.
But, as I matured and the brain started to work, I started to realize that's not what's happening. Because I'd get yelled at for buying a $500 train engine while they're buying 2 Mercedes and managing 2 houses with a Corvette and a
because they
Mark 7 in the other one.
Stopped working and worked for you, right?
Well, my mother stopped working first so that she could be in L.A. with me. My father was adamant, absolutely adamant about not
stopping working.
Right.
But he felt that people were taking advantage of my mother and I in L.A.
Oh, so he needed to help out.
Yeah, he figured he did. Yeah,
he did you a favor. He got there. Taking it. You know who's taking advantage? So it's a horror. You see what this show business does?
Yeah.
Because how do you live every single day knowing you had a fortune that your parents squandered?
How do I live every day?
Yeah.
I,
be honest, because it's got to eat at you. It's got to. And if you tell me it doesn't, I know you're not telling me the truth.
No, it's not that. It's actually not that.
Right.
You know, in the middle of the night, when I have insomnia, yeah, it eats at me for about 5 or 10 minutes.
Right.
But I always know and carry with me the fact that I'm an adult now. I'm supposed to take care of my own butt, just like anybody that's 31 years old.
Well,
and I always seek ways and paths to make money for myself.
No, I know you do, but it's just it's a horror when a fortune is taken and squandered.
When you weren't even supposed to be working in the first place.
And
technically, that is the truth.
The kid gave up his childhood for that. I don't care what you tell me. You cannot. It
is unfathomable.
Did you ever lose your spirit and say, "Man, that's it. I want to end it all"? I'm being serious.
Jesus, I mean, what teenager or child actor hasn't gone through bits or fits of suicide or thinking, what's the point?
Because now you feel alone in the world. I mean, you don't even have your parents to turn to because they turned out to... Did you ever try to find your natural parents?
Oh, no.
You don't care.
Why would you bother to do that?
Well,
I don't know.
yeah, I mean...
Maybe they're the king of England.
Something too.
Well, no, actually, there was this bodyguard that I had early on in Different Strokes time period. His name was Victor. He claimed he found my mother in Michigan somewhere, some crazy lady with pink rollers in her hair.
Right. Do you get any money from the reruns of the TV show? Or any of your work?
It's really interesting. I get a little bit here and there, and I accept it. I don't turn it. I don't say, "Hey, SAG-AFTRA, please take this back." I'm not supposed to have it, but
it drives me crazy. And plus, I mean, you are ill. I mean, you do get dialysis. What, 3 times a day?
No, 3 times a week.
3 times a week. And what is dialysis? I don't even know what you have to go through.
Well, it is far removed from what people believe it is.
Is it painful?
Only when they stick you with needles.
Right.
Other than that, you sit there for 3 hours and your blood gets cleaned electronically and mechanically.
How long do you have to sit there?
About 3 hours, 3.5 hours.
And what do you do during that time?
Oh, let's see. They provide you TV. You can bring a book. You can bring your laptop. You can use the phone.
Right. So it gives you some downtime, and you can.
So is kidney transplant out of the question for you at this point?
He's had them.
I know
that's the problem. I've had them, and I used to be a real big supporter of other people's body parts.
Right. Right.
What your book's called?
Right.
But I've never had any luck with other people's body parts.
Well, other people have, though. You certainly recognize that.
Yeah, of course.
Right.
Of course. I mean, I don't condemn it completely. It's just not a choice for me.
You've gotten 2 kidney transplants, and what happens? They just don't. They have to. They reject. Your body rejects them.
Well, there's a mechanism in the body that fights off infection.
Right.
And that mechanism is tricked into believing that the organ that you put in your body is an infection, and it tries to kill it.
Yeah.
See what your problem is now, too. Even when you went and you said, hey, okay, I want to make an honest living, you went to be a security guard.
Right.
Because of your fame, because of who you are, people are going to come and dick with you all day. You can't just be a security guard. The fact of the matter is it turns into a personal appearance, and the fact that anybody wants to screw with you can.
Luckily, I didn't have that happen. I actually, I don't know, maybe I sailed under a lucky star, purple moon, I don't know what, but a lot of the other officers that I eventually was a supervisor over respected my authority.
Right.
And the people that said, no, please don't go over there, please don't do that.
But fame with no money, is a bit like, I remember when Jessica Hahn became famous, she'd come on the show. Had no money, so she was literally out there with the public while they just kind of picked over her bones.
Right. It's one thing if you're Michael Douglas and you get
I get more picked over by Star and National Enquirer and, hard copy than I do anybody else.
Do you have any kind of private life? I mean, do you actually, are you able to now get a job? The security job is over, right?
Yeah, unfortunately, I had to turn in my card.
Because of that incident?
Exactly.
So now you can't even have that?
No.
So what are you going to do to make money? I mean, I heard about this whole website thing.
The UGO Networks thing. UGO Networks, that stands for Underground Online.
Right.
Here in New York, their company has been around for 2 years.
Right.
they got a hold of my publicist. I still have a publicist, I have an agent. I have no intention of leaving the business, but I'm not going to sit around and wait for somebody to say, hey, Gary, you want a job?
Right.
You know, that's just absolutely insane.
Right.
They got hold of my publicist, and my publicist said, I got the weirdest phone call. You might want to call this lady, Sabine. And I said, okay. I called her. I was in a train store at the time.
Right.
You know, taking care of some business. And I called on the phone.
A train store?
He collects trains.
You collect, what, model trains?
Well, I used to be a runner. I just collect prototype equipment, but now I've gone back to Lionel trains because they're really cool.
All right, so you're into that, and then you're hanging out, and you get a call from these people at UGO.
Yeah. Actually, I called them up. I called the number.
Right.
And I said, okay, this is Gary Coleman. I understand you've been looking for me. And they said, and Sabine launched into this deal. She said, we want to do this for you. We want to see you on top again. We want to do a webathon. They're
raising money for you.
Yeah, they're raising money for me.
People will donate funds to you.
Right, but you don't understand. I said to her, I don't think anybody's going to go for this unless they get something back.
Right.
I'm a real big fair play guy.
Right.
So what has evolved is there's going to be a video game. There's going to be a three-dimensional rendering of me saying really cool stuff.
Right.
There's going to be an auction where I'm going to auction off a leather couch that is in the way of my current new train layout.
Right.
I'm going to auction off my old TV because now I have a computer.
Right.
I have to apologize for that because I'm not a real computer guy, but I figured, hey, join the 21st century.
Right.
So I got a new computer monitor that's 24 inches, so out goes the TV. I'm going to auction off some hats, some of my old trains. There's going to be online chat. It is so hilarious. There's even, now this is right up your alley.
Yes.
Phone sex.
Phone
with
sex.
You?
Yes,
with
there
you.
is phone
you
sex.
will have phone sex with the people who go on the website.
No, it's pre-recorded phone
I'll
sex.
have phone sex with you. I don't care.
Okay.
I mean, if that's what you want, I'm up for that. Is that your thing? I mean, why not?
Well, you know, I never thought I'd actually enjoy being a phone sex, quote-unquote, type of person.
I've had phone sex.
It's really cool.
It's terrific.
You like it?
Yeah.
What I do is I like
wouldn't
to-
pay for it.
Here's what I do.
It's fun with a friend.
The first time I ever did phone sex was they had those little computer 1-minute messages.
Oh, long time ago.
You're talking about 15 years ago.
Of this industry.
And I would wait for my wife to go walk the baby or something. And
you had several numbers.
I would call the first number. I would get completely nude. I don't mind telling you this. And I would lay down on the floor and I would pleasure myself. And it would take 3 phone calls.
Yeah, you said
I undressed during the first one. During the second one, I pleasured myself. And the third one, I had an orgasm.
Okay.
And it was great. Now,
that's more about you than I needed to know.
years later, I went on the computer and had a chat until I found out it was a guy I was having sex with.
Oh,
But
ouch.
he represented himself as a woman. You must know
good.
that. I'm all man.
I don't doubt that.
Now, reading your bio, it says you are a virgin.
Yes, still to this day.
That is amazing.
that by choice?
Well, it was first by coincidence, then it was by accident, and now it's pretty much by choice because, you know, you got crabs is coming back in vogue again. And
Right.
you got AIDS out there running rampant, killing folks.
Yeah.
And you got hepatitis, encephalitis. I
Yes.
mean, you got stuff out there
But
that
isn't
will
it,
just
isn't it
kill you.
almost, I mean, if you wore a rubber and everything, isn't that almost the entire joy of life to mate with another person, to feel that? I mean, aren't you even curious what it feels like? I mean, certainly you could get women.
Well, I've never had groupies, and I don't like really loose women.
Mm-hmm.
I like really intelligent women that know who they are and what they want.
Robin sounds like you.
And I don't have to. I don't like pet women that just kind of lay there and just exist.
But in all seriousness, how would you know? You haven't been with any.
Well, I've been with. I've
you
had
didn't think you
some
liked
women.
phone sex.
Look,
Right.
I've had a few pairs of breasts.
Right.
But that's about as far as it usually
you
gets.
only go up to petting,
Yeah.
never below the waist.
No.
Well, none of these relationships have flowered into.
I can't believe what I'm
something
hearing.
More significant.
Well,
You've
look,
never,
here,
wait a
figure
second.
it out.
You've
figure it
never
out.
received oral sex.
No, I don't want that.
You
Ew.
don't?
No. Ew.
What?
That's not a place for a young lady's face. I'm sorry.
Really?
I don't agree with that.
Really? Well, you're a better man than I am. I'll tell you that. What do you mean? Of course, that's the only place for a woman's face.
Well, that maybe you and Robin share that opinion.
Robin loves it. Robin
What are you
loves.
talking about? I'm not in this conversation.
Robin loves servicing me. So what do? You just pleasure yourself like I do?
Very, 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 very seldomly.
Really? Don't you find that sometimes you get achy?
You mean blue balls?
Yeah, anything. I mean,
that only happens when I'm actually with someone I am actually interested in and I really care about.
Do you think this is because of your medical condition in a way?
It's part of that.
Yeah.
Because for whatever reason, and
yes.
I really don't care if people believe I'm a virgin or not. I know I am.
I believe you.
Yeah, for whatever reason, I was not endowed with
a big penis.
We can talk about that later.
All right,
go
ahead. Yes. Were you endowed with a big penis?
It's
average.
It's good for the size that I am.
Right. In other words, there's nothing to be embarrassed about.
Right.
All right, so go ahead. So it's not an issue of that you have micro penis or something that because of your size.
No, it's not micro penis.
All right, go ahead.
It's just that I was not endowed with that go, conquer every woman libido that every man has.
Right. Oh,
Sleep with everything warm and breathing.
Right.
I don't have that.
Not your thing. You don't feel like victimizing women.
You're actually human.
Yes, exactly.
I want feelings, but yet, I mean, it would be nice if you found someone special that you could share your life with.
I'm a big cuddler.
Right.
I would love to cuddle a woman until she just turned blue.
You know what you need? You need to go to Scores, my friend.
Is that one of those topless naked places?
Oh, yes, it is.
You know what?
That's not your thing.
I don't like watching women demean themselves like that.
Really?
No.
You should run for president. I don't know why you're wasting your time on the internet.
At least we know he'd be doing the job.
Yeah, so you have, in other words, maybe because you were victimized as a child, you don't want to turn women into victims. You don't want to use them in any way.
No, I was actually one good thing, and it's the only good thing.
Mm-hmm.
It's been augmented by other people. My adopted parents started me out being a gentleman to the ladies.
You know, you don't need money. Now I see why they took all your money. You don't need broads.
Yeah, he doesn't have to have the money.
You don't need a lot.
Yeah, I don't. I've never done drugs.
Right.
I don't have any vices other than model trains or toy trains.
Right.
So
what do you do all day? Do you stay home and play with toy trains?
I am a conservative recluse. That's who I am.
Join the club.
No friends?
Oh, no, I have 4 friends. And once I get that 5th one, I can die a happy man.
You have 4 friends?
I have 4.
Male friends, female friends?
I don't bond well with males.
You don't? So they're all women?
All but one. And he's a really cool guy, and he treats this one female friend of mine really, really nicely.
Is that Indian guy you were hanging around with?
Oh, no. This is a completely different guy. Dion will always be my lifelong mentor, lifesaver more than twice.
Right.
And he's the one that opened my eyes to the rest of my life.
Right. But you're not friends with him anymore.
No. Well, no. It is a camaraderie and a respect that we share with each other that you can't. Friends doesn't do any justice.
I see. Man, I can't believe you never tried sex. No. Not with a guy either. Maybe you're into guys.
Oh no.
Don't go that way at all.
No.
Just into women, but not into trying it out.
No.
Amazing. That might be the most amazing.
Well, see, here's what happened. I
say that's amazing.
You were on the air doing your thing, up and coming when this was all going on.
Right.
1984.
Go ahead.
What happened in 1984? I think it was 83 or 84. AIDS came out.
Right.
One night stands were over.
Right.
Dead. Done.
Right.
I was 16 in my sexual prime.
Go ahead.
Strike number 1.
Right. Well, you certainly could wear rubbers or have the chick tested, and you could be tested.
Who was testing people at that time?
Well, that's true. Go ahead. Yes.
Strike number 2. I didn't want groupies, and I was working practically 28 hours a day, 9 days a week.
And
there was no
part of the time.
Well, yeah, and I had that occasional illness every now and then.
Right.
But I didn't feel like I had enough time to devote to a woman realistically.
Wow.
So that was strike number 2. Strike number 3, right around 86, 87 in there somewhere, women decided they hated men. They hated us with a passion.
Yes.
Didn't even want us breathing in the same room with them.
The women's lib movement.
Yeah.
Yes.
So that was strike number 3 for me.
Right.
And then along with that, coincidentally, I started disliking women because they were paying me no attention.
Interesting.
So that was strike number 4.
Unreal. Let's take a couple of phone calls. By the way, if you want to go on the website that Gary Coleman is plugging today, and you actually want to make a donation, you can go to the webathon at ugo.com. UGO.com.
That's right, www.ugo.com. UGO Networks is going to give you a lot for whatever you donate. I mean a lot. From the 15th to the 28th of November, you're not going to want to turn it off.
All right. Omar, you're on the air. Yep. Omar, yes.
Yeah.
You're on with Gary Coleman.
How you doing, Omar?
Good, Gary. I also get treatment for dialysis. And, Gary, I was wondering, when Michael Jackson used to molest you, did it hurt?
He wasn't with
First of
Michael
all,
Jackson.
you don't even know Michael Jackson, right?
No, I don't want to know him, actually.
That was Webster who used to hang around with him.
You know, I have not heard anything about Emmanuel Lewis being, quote-unquote, molested by Michael
Yeah, I haven't
He
either.
won't talk about it.
I haven't heard that, though.
You
I haven't heard
can't.
that either.
You can't hear it. He won't talk
In all
about
fairness.
No, I haven't heard that.
I mean, he was sitting on the. I was embarrassed for
I
Emmanuel
think
Lewis.
It's abusive to carry a 13-year-old
Yeah,
like
I
that.
thought I was embarrassing at 13 to put him on his lap.
Well, actually, it's more embarrassing to be presented with a really funny script idea for a series and to have him put his feet on the table and open up a magazine in front of the executive producer.
Who's that? Michael Jackson?
No, Emmanuel Lewis.
Oh, really?
That's more embarrassing.
Was he? Emmanuel Lewis was kind of like Gary Coleman light. In other words, you came in and you were successful, so right away they tried to find the next little black kid
Well, of course.
who could entertain America. Is that correct?
Well, yeah. I mean, think of what was happening with.
Was he a rival of yours? Would you say?
Oh no, I didn't believe in rivals. I just believe in good entertainment. If that's
Right.
what people wanted to see, that's what they wanted to see.
So he
I
was
mean,
not
yes.
a rival, but I get the sense that maybe
It
you don't
was-
even like him because
well,
you go ahead.
No, I'm going to help you figure this out.
Right,
ABC originally wanted Different Strokes,
right.
and for whatever reason they didn't get it.
NBC
got it.
Right.
So they went and created what basically was a poor copy.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
Oh.
Yeah.
All right.
So, and then amazingly enough, when everybody was tired and everybody wanted to move on with their lives and their careers, NBC got Different Strokes in the 8th season.
I see.
And they said, oh no, we didn't know this much baggage was coming with the show, meaning my representatives were driving them crazy.
Right.
My adoptive parents were driving everybody on the set crazy.
Right.
And I didn't want to do the damn show.
Right.
And I was quite vocal about that.
Yes.
So they said, oh no, we can't have this. Goodbye.
And that was the end of it.
That was the end of it.
I wonder if Emmanuel Lewis gets broads.
We talked to who was here who said they go out clubbing together and Emmanuel dances.
Yeah, he's supposed to be a well-trained dancer.
Does he get laid, though?
I couldn't tell you.
Or you think he's a virgin?
I couldn't tell you that either. It would be scary to think that he's about 6 years younger than me and he's getting all kinds of women. That would be scary for me.
That would be a frightening thought. Yeah, Paul, you're on the air. Yes. Hello?
Hey, Paul, you there?
Paul, you there?
Paul?
Yes.
Hey, there he is.
Go ahead.
You on a cell phone?
Yeah,
You're on with Gary Coleman. What is it?
What's up?
I don't know. I hear other shows. People call and they
They're
say
right
stuff.
on, and I don't know.
You know what it is? It's just these cell phones, man.
They're
Yeah, there
ruining-
you go.
They're ruining Talk Radio. Paul, you're on the air.
yeah, well, you have to push the button to get me on. How would you know that?
Yeah, go ahead.
He was at a party a few weeks ago on a couch with 3 beautiful ladies. He means to tell me he didn't stoop any of those people?
Who were the
He was
3
at
ladies?
an event with Madonna and a bunch of other celebrities.
Did you go to an event with Madonna? Did you remember?
Most of the events I've gone to recently have been in association with UGO Networks. I don't remember seeing Adana, but she might have been there. I went to an opening of a new spa cosmetics place.
Is that how you make your living now? You can make appearances and things like that, and people will pay you for that?
There's that. I mean, there's
Right.
always going to be that.
Right.
I actually have a new commercial coming, 2 new commercials coming up this year. I haven't even shot them yet.
For who?
One's for a phone company, and one is for, what is the other thing? I can't remember it at this point. It's too early in the morning. But anyway,
You would like to do another series or something like that, though, right?
Oh, well, you know what? I wouldn't turn it down
Right,
at all.
right.
As long as the writing was good and it was genuinely funny and it didn't demean anyone.
All right. Well, you're never going to find a show like that.
Yeah. Well, especially with people our age, yours
right.
and my age, running the business now.
John, you're on the air.
Yeah, I wanted to see if he wanted a job as my private lawn jockey.
Oh,
Very
come on.
funny.
That's ridiculous. That is ridiculous.
Your fans.
You don't want that job, I don't think.
No.
I don't think so.
No, because it wouldn't work, because you'd have to paint my face white.
Right. Paul, you're on the air.
Yes. Gary, you ever banged Dana Plato?
No, sorry.
Never had her. Of course, she had an
No,
unfortunate...
she was an absolutely gorgeous woman,
Right.
and I would have loved to have been her friend.
Right.
Let me ask you this. You ever smoke weed with her?
Nope, I don't do drugs. Never have.
Says he never had a hit of a joint or anything.
No.
You never hit a joint. Let me tell you something, Gary. I smoke weed all the time. I work in a labor pool, and I make minimum wage, and I love it. I make enough money to buy enough weed and I am so content with life.
You know,
Well,
Gary, maybe
you
weed.
just
Maybe
knock
weed is
yourself out.
Gary, there's plenty of hope with
He
dope.
has found the answer.
Gary, what about
Gary?
getting a job that gives you a small amount of money and you can buy a lot of weed and smoke weed all day?
Gary, I
Just saying.
guarantee you.
No, what-
Gary, I guarantee you, I'm saving up enough money. I'm gonna buy my own pot plantation, and I'm gonna sell as much weed as I can because there is plenty of hope with dope, and that I'm gonna run.
This
for
guy has a
presidency.
lot of the answers.
You have that trace
Yeah,
thing where you can like trace this call and find this guy.
This is Al Gore.
Gary, I want
Yeah.
you to be my vice president. I want to run for president.
All right, this is ridiculous. That's not a question.
You smoke pot and you have all these pipes.
He's having delusions.
I think that's Al from Atlantic City, our new market. Unbelievable. Mike, you're on the air. Go ahead, Mike.
Okay, Mike. What do you?
Mike, Gary Coleman. Gary Coleman Webathon at UGO.com.
Yeah.
Hey, Howard, big
Yes.
fan, big fan.
Thank
Hey,
you.
I got a question for the Virgin Mary. I mean, Gary.
Go ahead.
Did you beat up Little Joe on the Kid Rock video?
No.
I like that video.
Could I? Could I beat
Yeah,
him up?
could you?
You know, I
That's
am
why I don't
not.
think you're 4'8" because I know Joe C. And he's like
He's
Three
a-
something.
he-
He's
He's three something. I'm
he's
4'8".
You
yeah.
don't seem that much taller than him.
Oh, he
I'm
was
like
towering
a
over
foot,
Josie.
a foot 4 inches or something.
You are.
Yeah, but you know what? He's such a maniac, and I love maniacs.
He smokes a lot of weed, Joe C.
You know, hey,
Yeah.
I don't.
Constantly with the weed.
I can't like say that's the truth because I didn't see it.
I'm
But
telling you it's the truth.
He admits to it.
I'm telling you,
really, I mean,
he
you
brags
know,
about it.
I enjoyed the boy,
He's a good kid.
and I didn't mind getting kicked in the head by him.
Right.
Yeah,
Aren't
it
you
was
afraid-
fun.
Aren't you afraid of dying after coming on Howard today?
Why would he die?
Dana Plato died, right? Last
Why
appearance?
do you think that
Todd
everyone?
Bridges has done the show.
Todd
and
Bridges has been
lived.
on the show many times. He hasn't died.
You know, I'm sure.
then?
You in touch with Todd at all?
Well, he wants me to be in one of his movies, and
He's making movies.
he's making movies. He's a producer now, and that's what we've been talking about.
Oh, so you might do it.
If he gets the backing he needs to do this third film, sure.
I see. So you do talk with him, and you're friendly with him.
Well, I talk with him when it's business.
Right.
I am strictly business when it comes to the entertainment industry, and I guess that's why I'm not successful because I don't rub elbows, I don't kiss ass, I don't
Right.
do none of that
All
stuff.
right. Okay. All right. Well, listen. I wish you luck. It's ugo.com. UGO.com.
That's right. November 15th.
I feel bad
through the
about what
28th.
happened to you with your parents. I truly do.
Well, I appreciate that,
Gary,
but
did this-
don't waste the emotion because
No,
I don't.
it's a tough thing to go through.
It's a horrible thing.
Right.
I agree with that, but I think that I have become a better person because of that, because of all the trials and tribulations that have happened and
You seem
will
like a
probably
real
still
good guy. You
happen.
seem like a very positive kind of guy.
Now,
I am my own rock. You know, I depend on people when I have to.
Right.
But I just wanted to ask him: did this go differently or better, or where? How are you feeling now about us?
About you guys? You know, I've heard the horror stories.
What
and
are
I've
the
been-
horror stories? I don't even know what they are.
People, you know, they misconstrue whatever we
What
say.
do people tell you about me? I can't imagine.
That you're ornery and you're self-serving and
Well, I'm an entertainer. I certainly try to entertain people, and I certainly I'm self-serving in that I talk about myself.
right,
I mean,
and
who am
you're
I gonna-
demeaning and
Demeaning
you
to
have
who?
absolutely no respect.
Well, aside from
And
that,
so
I'm a great
now,
guy.
Yeah.
How are you feeling?
Now, how are you
that
feeling now that you've
had
done the
actual
interview?
experience?
I can certainly say that I am happy I've done this.
Right. Well, that was a diplomatic answer. What is it, Baba Buhai?
I mean, I don't know if you want to get into this, but I know one of the things that Gary really doesn't like you about.
What's that?
I hear through the grapevine that he thinks that you are responsible for Dana Plato's death.
Well, that would be crazy. I mean,
How would we be responsible?
we actually enjoyed
met her a couple
Dana.
of
Maybe
times.
not.
How would I be responsible?
Maybe not responsible, but maybe the catalyst.
Now, you
maybe
see, you
that
got- you see-
downward slide started here.
No. Did you hear the interview I did with her?
No, I didn't. Remember,
I'm gonna
I
tell
have
you
never heard
something.
your show.
In fact, all the people who were with her said, "Hey, she came in because she had some really bad stuff written about her in the tabloids."
We all have.
And she said to me, "I want to go on and dispute everything that was said in the tabloids."
All right.
I said, "Here's the place to do it." I love that kind of discussion. Came on and did it. She left here and said to me, "This was the best day I've had in years."
All right.
She walked out of here, and the guy, I guess, who was her boyfriend manager, said, "You've made her really happy. She's really, really happy."
All right.
And I think that she had a lot of problems. and she had a lot of stuff going wrong in her life. But as far as the interview here, and we interviewed her a bunch of times before that.
Right, that I'm aware of.
Each time she came on, just had a great time and felt really, really good. So the
okay, so this is another misconstrued thing where I was told about a drug test.
No. In fact, she came in. One of the callers called up and said, "Hey, you're on drugs. We read about it in the Inquirer." And she said,
I heard.
And she said, "I will take a drug test right now and prove to you guys." Even gave us a sample of her hair, which I still have. Gave it to us. And I said, it's not necessary. I'm not going to go sit and drug test her. That's not my job. But the fact of the matter is, because of the coincidence of her dying that weekend,
right?
People like you who don't hear the show and stuff, they would say, well, she died because she did the show.
What you read in the tabloids and elsewhere.
I mean, my luck is you'll leave here, and if you die, people say, I killed you. I mean, it's absurd.
The same thing happened to her here that has happened to you this morning. People called in and said whatever they wanted to say.
Right.
We're not responsible for that.
Right. I mean, those are
fans.
Those are
your ever-loving fans out there.
Those are people, yeah. Go ahead.
You know what, Gary? You know one thing I want to point out? Like, Dana left here, and around noon, after she did her interview, about the same time you did yours, after she had time to think about it, she called us to thank us and tell us what a good time she had. So if it was so bad, even after she had time to think about it, she enjoyed her time.
Well, see, this is an opportunity for you guys to dispute all that crap, because that's all I heard was crap, and I just thought of you as completely evil, and I must apologize to you.
Because it was a coincidence that, that she died that day, and I just said, wow.
Yeah, we were shocked. There could have been no one more shocked than we were to hear the news.
In fact, she said to me afterwards, I'm going to be with my son afterward. She was just in a real upbeat kind of...
Right.
There was an upbeat kind of feeling after the interview.
Bizarre. I still have issues about how she was discovered dead.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I don't know anything about it.
But we weren't around there.
But you know who feeds a lot of this, who I think Gary's friends with, a guy who I don't think likes us very much, is that Paul Peterson guy. And, the guy who's an advocate of child stars.
Sure.
And I think he feeds a lot of this stuff.
I've never heard from him, and I've not had any contact where he said he's negative about us, Paul Peterson. I just don't know the guy.
We've interviewed him, haven't we?
Yeah, I've had him on the show as well. What is it, Larry? Go ahead.
Hey, Howard, what's going on?
Yeah, go ahead.
Hey, Larry, how you doing?
Larry from Hillsborough.
Yeah.
Gary.
Yes.
Hey, why didn't you ever get it on with Kimberly, man?
I think I already answered that.
Yeah, he followed that one already.
You know how many years older she was than me? That just wouldn't have been possible.
All right, Gary Coleman, thanks for stopping by.
He's totally cool. Whatever you heard about him has been completely misconstrued.
So you had a good time?
I am pleasantly shocked.
Hurry up. And so, Gary, so what do we think the outcome is going to be today? Do we think you're going to raise a lot of money?
It's not about the money. It's about UGO Network's site. It's going to be off the hook. You have to log on November 15th to 28th and check it out. Just check it out. Trust me. I have never lied to my fans. Trust me.
Cool. And you had a good time in there?
Oh, I think... whatever I may have thought before has been completely blown away, because he's a highly intelligent man. And the young lady that shares the show with him, Robin, wow. What a nice compliment to him.
Talking about this broad who was on, what was it, 2020? Primetime Live? I don't even know the show. Man, you got a big zit on your nose, John.
Yeah, I've been trying to squeeze it out.
You can tell you look like Rudolph. Yeah, you look like Rudolph. Don't squeeze. When you get a big zit in the middle of your nose, just let it do its thing. It's really uncomfortable to look at. See if one of the girls, maybe one of the interns, has cover-up. I mean, it's just painful.
Put a veil on.
Yeah, put a veil on. Put a burqa. That's your burqa. So we're talking about this show last night where this woman came on. She was married to one of bin Laden's 52 brothers. So she was basically Osama bin Laden's brother. Sister-in-law. So she describes that he was so weird. This is like, getting into the Hitler thing, all the weird things Hitler was into. She describes that when he came to the door, she answered the door, he turned his head and carried her away because she wasn't covered. He was like, I can't look at you. Evidently, some whacked-out rule in Islam is like, if the woman answers the door in her own home, she doesn't have to be covered. But he couldn't. He's so super into this whole religious thing, or these rules for life, that literally he couldn't look at his sister-in-law because she wasn't covered. Did she go and cover herself?
No, she
everybody buys into it.
She got like weirded out. He was sort of like walking
with his back to her walking away, and she was calling his name, so finally she just went and got her brother. And then the brother went, her husband, I should say.
Did she say did she think he was really feminine?
No, she just talked about how they were trying to say that because his mother was Syrian, that he might have been like the outcast of the family, and she said that he wasn't. She didn't know him really well, but she met him a bunch of times.
She said she thinks he came to their wedding, but
she's not sure.
She wouldn't know because when they get married...
52 of them.
No, when they get married, only the men are allowed to celebrate in a different room. The women do not celebrate.
Yeah, the men are in one room and the women are in another room. They never meet.
Yeah.
You know...
In fact, the ceremony takes place without the woman. The guys get together, and then the guy signs a bunch of papers.
Yeah, only men sign papers. Women do not sign papers.
Wow.
She had a great story about
Yeah, go ahead.
She had a great story about how wacky it is over in Saudi Arabia. She, it's very, very, very wealthy. So she would get milk all the time for the kids, and she finally said to her husband, well, I want to try to get a different brand of milk. So what they had to do was, she's not allowed to go to the supermarket while men are there. They cleared the supermarket out of all men. They literally emptied it. She said she walked to the supermarket, it's her and one woman in the whole supermarket in the middle of the day.
What kind of guys would set up a system where they can't even look at chicks?
It's so weird.
But it's a bunch of insecure guys, too, because they don't want any guys looking at their own chicks, so they keep them covered up, and they can only look at them at home. But how do you look at them?
But then they can have 4 and 5 chicks of their own.
All covered up.
Yeah.
How do you decide who to marry?
How do you convince women to go along with this? I read a great article today, and it's either in the Post or the Daily News. I don't know the name of the person, so I apologize, but it's everything I've been thinking. They're saying now's the time for us to really reevaluate everything we're doing, because we are so not serious about this war. We're so confused with our political correctness. She makes the point, she said, do you think in World War II, in the first month of World War II, we sent food and $1 bills from our children over to the Japanese children? The psychology that somehow the people of Afghanistan are good people.
And we're not at war with them, even though we're dropping bombs on them.
Yeah, is really a bizarre thing. We either are at war or we're not. And what they're saying is, what this person is saying in the article is, that if we go over there, we have to understand something, that while maybe, the Taliban is, these 6 guys who all sit around, and they say, well, the rest of the country doesn't want them. That's not true. You can't get into power unless the rest of the country goes along with it. It's just like in Germany, in Nazi Germany. There were probably Germans who were just going along with the program because they were afraid. But there were also many Germans who were really into this and felt that this was, the way of life. And certainly the Nazi government was way into this. So to describe Afghanistan as a place where you go and no one really likes the Taliban is completely false.
They've been taken over.
Yeah, they've been taken over. Come on. You think 6 guys could take over an entire country and no one can rebel?
They're acting like it's 8 million ruled by 5.
Right.
5 guys.
I know.
But I even hear it here sometimes. Oh, that's not my government. People will say about America. Oh, yes, it is. If you're living here under this system, whatever goes here is your government.
By the way, here in the ultimate sickness is Lainey, who, like many women, I've been reading about this phenomenon, and it's going to sicken you. Lainey thinks Bin Laden is hot and wants to date him. Right, Lainey?
Hello?
Hi, Lainey.
Lonnie.
Lonnie.
Yeah.
You're Lainey.
You're Lainey. You're loony.
Looney, maybe, but my name is Lonnie.
Lonnie, you're into Bin Laden. Now, before you go yelling at this woman, I've heard this expressed by other girls.
Really? Who?
Other women. I'm not even going to mention their names because they're so far underground. They hate Bin Laden and what he stands for, but they're so attracted to him and his celebrity.
It's got to be the celebrity.
Oh, I don't even necessarily hate what he's doing. I just kind of thought he was cute.
Hey, see?
You don't even care what he's doing.
What did you hate?
No, I didn't say I didn't care.
Would you marry Bin Laden? Be honest.
Would I marry him? Probably not, no.
Would you probably give him oral?
I'd probably give him oral sex, yeah.
Right, see?
Man.
No, now, before you start slamming her, she's at least being honest. There are a lot of women who are...
Don't slam me. I'm just being honest.
I met a girl the other day, and I went through all the anger and all of the frustration when she came up to me and said, I am in love with Bin Laden.
Give me her name.
And she said, there's nothing I can do about it. In fact,
me her name.
I'm arranging an exclusive interview with her. I'm arranging...
Are you?
Yes, I am.
Okay.
Now, this woman is afraid, and that's why I'm working her.
Exclusive.
But Bin Laden...
Stand up and be counted. Give your name.
Is it Susan Sarandon?
All right, look, now you've given out a name. I can neither confirm nor deny that name.
Looney here is giving her name.
Okay,
Why can't this woman?
This woman's very embarrassed, but she can't help herself.
Looney,
Sure she can.
does she have you given oral to like a lot of different guys? Are you just loose, or are you just in love with Bin Laden?
No, plenty.
Oh, you've done a lot of guys.
Not a lot, just plenty.
Like a lot of mass murderers?
When you're with him, will you call him Bin or Ben? I think it's Bin. I think it's Bin Laden.
I'd probably call him Daddy.
Yeah. Well, let me ask you something. You'd probably have intercourse with him too, right?
Yeah, well, yeah, I guess.
Man.
Is it the power? Because it's not the looks, right? He's not a good-looking guy.
No, it's the look.
Yeah, you see, a lot of chicks get confused. They
They don't know what they're attracted to. They're just attracted.
Yeah, I mean, Pam Anderson said the same thing about Kid Rock.
What?
Guys like
no,
that.
not Kid Rock. He's gross.
I'm just...
You are loony, aren't you? You can't even follow the conversation.
Well, maybe she's making sense now.
Anyway, all right. Thank you for coming forward, Laney.
Well, that
Lonnie.
always brings up the question.
Lonnie.
It always brings up the question: who is more evil, men or women?
I don't know the answer to that, but I'm just telling you.
Because I always say, people say, well, Hitler was a really horrible person, but I said Hitler could get laid.
Oh, Hitler got laid big time.
This is proving who's dumber.
Would you wear a burqa for Bin Laden?
I'd wear whatever he wanted.
All right. Thank you, honey.
Bye.
That's Looney.
Now you know how he gets people to go along with it.
Not even laid.
His incredible appeal.
You see his charisma? I know a guy out in Jersey hasn't gotten laid in months. Bin Laden could get her.
Come on, man.
Benji hasn't been laid in years.
Yeah. Oh, please. That's true. When's the last time you got laid, Benji?
I have a plan to take over a country.
No, come on, really. When's the last time?
When's the last time you got laid and didn't pay for it? Was it that last trip you went to the Bunny Ranch? But that was kid. But let me intercourse. I'm being serious. I'm trying to remember. Oh
wow.
Wait.
Sad.
No, I think.
Oh dear.
Be honest.
I'm trying to remember.
You know.
It's
Every
not
guy knows.
millionaire. Come on.
Every guy knows. Yeah. Let me call a lifeline, please.
Here's my thought process, Reed.
No, that wasn't it.
But Benji, be honest. The last time hold on.
Well. When's the last time you got laid?
The last time you got laid by meeting a woman in a place and going on a date. Not any of your weird sexual stuff. I know. 3 years ago I did. Oh. And I think.
Well, Benji, 3 years?
It's between a year and 3 years. Intercourse.
Well, Benji, you've done it again.
Hey, Benji says 3 years. That's your final answer?
All right, let's see. That's correct.
How could you work in the show and not be laid for 3 years?
And who did you get 3 years ago?
It was about a year and a half, I think.
See, chicks don't necessarily care if you're on the side of right or wrong. They care that you've got something going on.
Use power.
Yeah, Bin Laden's got the cash, and he's got a whole organization. He's got the cave, probably, with the carpet.
He's got the love cave.
He's got the love cave, and the love cave is great. Da-da-da. Love cave, baby!
Come into my love cave.
Oh, look at you. You look gorgeous, oh, Lenny.
Let me say, Lonnie, you are a beautiful woman.
Now you go put the burqa on. I can look at you.
Put the burqa over your face.
I think they just lift that burqa and just like almost like rape the women.
Oh my God, the sex must be so angry. You know what I mean? It's like, oh, I'm going to give it to you. I'm going to give it to you right through your burqa.
You know what's so weird about that?
I hate you. I'd like to give it to you right through your burqa. Oh.
Hey, weren't you sick yesterday with 104 fever?
I was, man. I'm getting into it.
He still has the fever.
Getting into it, man.
Artie's so funny. He comes in, he goes, he had 104 fever, so he goes to this doctor in Jersey. Tell the story. He goes, well, I'll tell it. He goes there, and he figures he's got anthrax.
Oh, dear.
He's not sure. The doctor goes, where do you work? Oh, downtown. Oh, yeah, Howard Stern Show. All right. And he's got 104 fever, and he can't even function. Artie tells me, and this is actually a good piece of reporting on Artie's part.
Thank you.
He goes, there's no test for anthrax? I go, what do you mean? He goes, he says to the guy, well, how do I know if I have anthrax? He says, give me the test. He goes, there's no test. Now, again, this is a doctor in Jersey, but he goes,
it's a construction worker.
No, but describe what he said, Artie.
No, it was actually his physician assistant, she called it. It was a woman. And she said, there really is no test for anthrax. I go, what are you talking about? What's all over the news? She goes, well, the best we could do is you don't have a rash. If you had a rash, we take a skin graft, But we could take a blood test and just see if your white blood cells are fighting anything. And that's all we can do.
What about all these nasal swabs we've been hearing about?
Well, that's for only one sort
type of it.
Yeah.
But he's saying you could take a skin swab or a nasal swab.
Yeah, but the nasal swab wouldn't necessarily tell you the information you need, is what this doctor in Jersey is claiming.
Well, this is a physician's assistant.
No, but she's a doctor. I mean, what is this, Afghanistan? A broad can't be a doctor?
Is a physician? No, a physician's assistant isn't a doctor. That's like a nurse.
Oh, I thought it was a doctor.
Actually, it might not even be a nurse.
Oh, you went to the doctor.
You probably went to a homeopath.
You went to a doctor in Jersey and didn't even get the doctor in Jersey.
No. The doctor then came in. No, I'm in the Screen Actors Guild. I have a plan.
Oh.
Wow.
I didn't realize you were braggart.
I'm sorry. Yeah, like the rest of this room, I'm in SAG. Yeah.
He's got a SAG card.
Yeah. So that's all they told me. The doctor confirmed what she said, though. He came in later. He's like a celebrity. He just shows up for the last 2 minutes.
Yeah, I love
Gives me
those
a
guys.
prescription, you know. He goes, well, Art, looks like, you know, you got a little flu or something. I'll write you something, and I'll see you later.
Did he give you an antibiotic?
He gave me, I got him on me now, antibiotics, yeah, real strong stuff.
How does he have 104 yesterday? And he's
No, I was coming down from it.
No, he had it the day before yesterday.
Yeah, I tell you something, I know what you mean by doctor, like the doctors are like big stars now. They set it up where they have these major offices where it's like usually 4 doctors together.
Right.
And then they have a bunch of women who all, it's almost like a fiefdom, who all kind of fluff around them. They flutter around them like little butterflies. And then the women put you in the room, they take your blood, they do the whole thing, and then all of a sudden they announce, like, you know, John Lennon's coming into the room.
The carpet rolls out and everything.
Yeah, and then, like, the guy walks in.
Here's Dr. Schwartz.
Here's
Doc. You know, it's like being backstage.
Dr. Schwartz.
Here's Dr. Levine.
And he walks in, and, like, they walk in for a couple of seconds.
They shuffle a few papers.
Yeah, and they give you some schmooze.
It's a lot like being backstage at a rock concert when you're waiting for, like, you know, Bon Jovi or something.
Yeah, and the broads do everything.
You hear in the hallway, you hear the buzz that Dr. Schwartz is, like, a few rooms away.
Yeah.
Dr. Schwartz will be coming by your room soon.
It's like almost like when Elton John came to visit me backstage at the concert for New York.
Right.
First, this woman comes in and announces that Elton would like to come back and say hello to me.
So there's an advance team.
Yeah, and so she works the room, sizes up who's in there, the whole thing, and then Elton comes in, and then he does his thing.
Right.
It's like the doctor's got that whole shtick going, too. Man, you don't see the country doctor anymore. They got a whole rock star thing.
Nobody comes to you with a bag and opens up and talks to you particularly.
And a lot of them have a whole other business going on, too. They have, like if you go to the dermatologist, first the women come in, then the rock star doctor comes in, and then afterwards you meet with the women again, and they describe the new clinic. They're working a skin clinic. They can clean you up. They got folders.
That's one of those cosmetic things. You can go get the facials.
Yeah. They got a whole thing going on. John, you could use one this morning, man. That red nose.
I had this system, you know, when I had my genital awards taken off, and it was like first the girl sits you down, and then you got to go through her telling you have these problems on your, you know what. And then she has to prep you, and then the doctor comes in with the swab dunked in vinegar, you know.
Yeah.
I went through the same thing when I had my hemorrhoid lamps. I had the same thing.
When you got genital warts, like how many warts were all over your ween?
Only 2. You know, one on the different areas. Yeah, no, you know, one on the schwanz.
Yeah.
And one on the apple bag.
That's not bad too.
The schwanz.
What?
They just burned off the 2 and it never came back.
No, they don't burn. They stick a needle into the area to numb it. Then they lance it.
Wow.
And then they check it for like cancer.
Lance it, or do they cut it off?
They cut it off.
Do you know which broad gave you the genital warts? Or you can't even figure it out?
It's between 2. It was either my cheating girlfriend.
Yeah.
Or some, like, skank
You cheated on her with.
I banged in Seaside Heights.
It's private American books.
I know.
Problems.
And they have I thought the women couldn't get a divorce. Only a man can decide to let you go.
Here's a weird thing about her.
Where did they live? Here?
Well, here's a weird thing I didn't understand. She met him somewhere. She's like half Swedish and half Persian. And she was really good looking when she was young.
I can imagine.
And she goes over there and she marries him, and she gets thrown into this whole thing that she wasn't even prepared for. All of a sudden, she's wearing the burqa. She's in another room. She didn't even have a wedding ceremony. They get
he married her and tricked her?
No, she wasn't tricked. She didn't know the full story. But they get married, and then they immediately come back to the United States, and they attend USC together. So then you see pictures of them, like, hugging, and she's not wearing the burqa, and she's looking pretty fashionable. They graduate USC, and then they go back to Saudi Arabia. She got to go be in that life again. And I couldn't understand why she would do that.
Well, I don't think
I can't understand why he would do it.
Well, he wasn't as wacky as Osama.
Yeah, but she still could. Listen, she couldn't go to the market when there were men there. Why would she go be part of that?
Yeah.
Because she wanted the money, I guess.
Well,
wanted the lifestyle, whatever that is.
They start to talk about the money, and then was it Diane Sawyer? I think it is, or whoever it is, says, listen, all of bin Laden's family is saying that they're not giving him any money, that they, he's not part of the family. What do you think? And there was a long, long pause, and she said, hey, this is my opinion.
Right.
They got to be funding him.
Yeah, of course.
They have to be giving him money no matter what they say.
Well, that's my point about our warfare with the whole, like this whole Afghani people being nice, and there's only like 6 bad Afghans we have to go after, like they're the mob. Afghanistan, those people, there's no way the Taliban could be in control of an entire country with 6 guys. The rest of the country's going along with it.
But what you also have to realize is that his family is not Afghani, they're Saudi.
Yeah. And
so
how
all
about
of Saudi Arabia you might as well throw into the pot.
And how about the fact that most of the guys who blew up the World Trade Center were Saudi and Egyptian?
Yeah.
Well, that was the other thing she brought up, Howard. They asked her, even though Saudi Arabia is supposed to be on our side, they're saying that a lot of the people really aren't. And they asked her, did she think there was a potential for a revolution in Saudi Arabia? And she said, yeah, definitely. That there's definitely enough people who don't like Americans to overthrow that government.
Yeah, I got news for you. The inevitable is going to be that I don't even think the Middle East is going to ever be there again. I think that eventually, I'm talking about...
Get rid of it.
It's just going to be gone.
Or...
It's just going to be gone. And Bush fighting the war where... ask your children to send $1 to the people, to the children of Afghan, is absurd. It's like saying, the analogy was in the paper today. In World War II, when we started the war, people created war songs and all kinds of things. We didn't send dollars to the Japanese children because they're good.
But he came up with an even better campaign yesterday. Not only are we supposed to send dollars, now we're supposed to write letters.
I'm not writing any letters. They can't read.
Pen pals with my enemy?
Yeah.
Right.
You see the news story that was...
I don't understand what's going on. I swear to you, I don't get it.
They're sending our president to schools to collect dollars and to tell children to be pen pals with the people we're fighting.
Give me some paper.
Such pussy.
Here, Ahmad.
I'm going to blow your goddamn family to bits.
World War II, we got angry. We went nuts. FDR got on TV and said, let's go kill. I mean, that's what he did. That's what it says in the paper today. They say if you're a student of history, you got to get angry.
I was sitting there listening to him the other day. I mean, and you were saying, how can this president say he didn't have an anthrax test and blah, 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 blah. I'm listening to him talk. I'm like, is this guy upset in the least about what's going on?
No, because he'll be the one survivor. We'll all be dead. He'll be surviving.
Roosevelt sounded pissed.
Yeah.
Did you see the news stories implicating Saddam Hussein now?
I like sending pen pal letters, unless we put some anthrax on those pen pal letters.
Right. What are we doing?
Although, when they write us back, what do you think? That letter ain't going to be laced?
But also, do they have a post office?
Dear Ahmad, I'm sending you my NSYNC poster. You can send me anthrax.
Isn't Joey Fatone cute?
Yeah, Joey Fatone's my favorite. Who's yours?
Well, Lance.
Mine is Lance. Now open the envelope.
And that was the other thing they were saying.
Americans come.
Hey, Nancy.
Yes. Justin Timberlake is real dull. Now open the envelope and die.
I can't wait to pen pal with a friggin'.
He sounded like Mr. Rogers yesterday. We must be friends.
Where is it? I think it's this whole Jesus freak thing.
Yeah.
And then what about the fact that, like, a lot of the postal workers are, and rightly so,
angry.
So angry because they're not being given proper information.
Well, also the other day I heard one postal worker say, what am I still going to work for? When they heard about anthrax on Capitol Hill, they shut the whole place down.
Right.
Why am I still supposed to go to work?
Well, you know what's going on? It starts out with,
hey everybody, question.
Yeah.
Everybody calm down. There's only 1 dead. Then everybody calm down. There's only 6 dead.
Hey, no.
There's only a dozen dead.
Oh, how about they go to Bush? Have you been tested for anthrax? He won't answer. Why is he stonewalling? What is that about?
And then there was the argument about what kind of anthrax was on Capitol Hill.
Yeah.
1 minute it wasn't terrible, the next minute it was terrible, then it wasn't terrible again.
Yeah. It's pretty scary. It's frightening. Then today in the newspaper, just to heap more paranoia on, and this is the worst, I kept saying this when I was, I guess it was about a week after the World Trade Center, not even a week, like 5 days. I was walking around the city, and the smell was so horrendous. I called my kid, and I went, let's get out of the city today, because that smell don't smell right.
I want to breathe some clean air.
What are we breathing in? Yeah. Well, sure enough, I don't know if you saw the front page of the paper today, they've analyzed the air around the World Trade Center, and they say it's toxic.
Well, once again, let me just say that at the very beginning when you were saying that, they claimed they had done tests. and that everything was fine.
Here, wait, I'll read it to you.
Toxic, huh?
Here. Still. Levels of benzene, dioxin, PCBs, and other dangerous chemicals at ground zero exceed federal standards. Now, you know federal standards are like way off the scale. It's called a toxic zone. Hold on a second. I'll read this to you. All right? A toxic nightmare at disaster site. Now, this is just freaky. The air, the water, the soil is all contaminated in that area.
You know how many times my wife's been down there working ground zero?
Giving massages. Yeah. Toxic chemicals and metals are being released into the environment. When I went down to Noble a week ago, the smell.
You can still smell it?
Well, yeah, right. You know, like if you go about 2 blocks, you could still smell the World Trade Center. And you could still smell it in the air in a lot of places, depending on the wind.
Don't even worry about what you can smell. Most of the time, you can't smell what's really going to kill you.
Yeah, it's in the soil, it's in the ground. Okay, you know the fires are still burning at ground zero. Anybody who goes down there knows. Dioxins, PCBs, benzene, lead, and chromium are among the toxic substances detected in the air and soil around the World Trade Center site by Environmental Protection Agency equipment, sometimes at levels far exceeding federal standards. EPA monitoring devices also have found considerable contaminants in the Hudson River, in the water, and in the sediment, especially after it rains. 6 weeks after a WTC attack, benzene, a colorless liquid that evaporates quickly and can cause leukemia, bone marrow damage. Artie's probably got bone marrow damage and leukemia.
Well, that's what I'm thinking what I got.
Yeah, you got that.
Starts with the sniffles.
That's just from living in New Jersey anyway.
Yeah. That's the Jersey, so that's not even the World Trade Center disaster.
All right, lay it on. Come on.
You know he's thinking it, too.
I mean, hey, look, you know.
Don't assume the worst, Artie. You got a cold.
Thanks, man.
You know?
You're the lucky one.
On October 2nd, for example, benzene levels from 3 spots around ground zero were measured at 42, 31, and 16 times higher than the standard.
Oh, man.
On October 12th, one reading measured 21 times higher than what's allowable.
Now, this is just because
the building's burned down.
Yeah, and, you know, God knows what they build these buildings with. Yeah, right.
And plastic. Plastic always becomes toxic when it's burned.
And especially when you got 50 billion tons of it.
Right.
But now, is that in, like, could you get sick from one visit, or is that...
Nah, I think, I don't know. You know, that's the thing. How do you know?
Nobody knows.
What's funny because...
Yeah, okay, here's the answer. The effects of exposure to any hazardous substance depend on dose, duration, how the person is exposed, personal traits, habits, your personal medical history, whether other chemicals are present according to Agency for Toxic Substances. So you don't know.
One exposure could be your end, depending on your circumstances.
Yeah. Oh, jeez. Water discharged into the Hudson River from a sewer pipe at Rector Street on September 18th showed dioxin levels more than 5 times higher than any previously recorded in New York Harbor. I mean, you know, this is bad.
So where is the stuff coming from? Just from the burning?
Yeah. It's being released into the air, and then it rains, and then it goes, you know.
How come you can't tell where it's coming from?
Well, because he didn't take science in second grade.
I'm saying what is causing the, what is the,
I'll explain it to you. John, look at me.
Look at your dad.
You want to know? Do you want to know how it got in the air?
What burns that causes the benzene,
Robin explains it. Plastics, asbestos. Hey, would you like to know what happens when it rains? All of those chemicals go up into the sky and form those cloud formations, and then a toxic rain comes down on you. And then before you know it, you're breathing it in, drinking it, and eating it. There you go. Sure. But that's okay. A test of toxic metals in water discharged into the Hudson showed chromium, copper, lead, and zinc levels that elevated several orders of magnitude above ambient water quality criteria. I'm sorry, John. That's too complicated.
Could you break it down?
I'm going to break it. Ambient is a big word.
Hey, Rabbi, what's ambient mean?
Your girlfriend was down there as well.
Yeah, sure. We're all sitting ducks.
Hey, you think it's only down there? We're not breathing the same
I think we are breathing it in.
It's up here.
I lived,
It's over there. Look at it. There it is, right over there. I'm sorry, Gary. That was your teeth.
Can I bring up one more weird thing?
Yeah.
We've been talking about Halloween. So my wife and I were talking last night about the whole deal about, we're only going to let our kids trick-or-treat at houses for friends that we know and stuff. And even they said you should buy candy. Do you trust any candy that you didn't buy before September 11th? We were having that discussion.
Oh, dear.
Who's to know?
You know what? If they do that, then let's just die already. Let's just accept it.
That's got to be old candy to buy before September 11th.
No, but do we have the Drew Barrymore tape? Or
It's on
Melrose has it.
Melrose has it? Okay. I got to hear her rap it about
I want to hear this.
You're in her life.
Yeah.
Howard,
Melrose.
I've got the Drew Barrymore. I also have Bin Laden's sister-in-law, too.
Yeah, well, Gary pretty well explained the Bin Laden sister-in-law tape, but...
He really did, which is amazing how he had every detail down.
Yeah, he's got a photographic memory for some things, for junk stuff. Hey, let me ask you something. So she divorces this guy.
Well, she's in the middle of the divorce.
Right. Did they try to, like, haul her ass back? Did they have kids together?
Well, she's got 2 daughters, and her whole rap is that women are so mistreated over there that she needed to bring her daughters here. But I couldn't tell. They showed a picture of the kids when they were 12, and they blacked out their faces. It sounds like the kids are, like, almost 18 now, but it's hard to tell.
So did she get custody of the kids?
I came in a little bit late because it sounded weird. It didn't seem like they would let her out of Saudi Arabia with the kids.
Well, if they blacked out their faces, they couldn't be, they're trying to keep them safe, apparently.
Yeah, how come she's divorcing the guy? Why she suddenly wake up just because of the kids?
Yeah, she said she doesn't want her daughters to be, she wants her daughters to know the freedom that they should have.
Yeah.
She loves the country. She loves this country.
All right, Melrose, let me hear. This is Drew Barrymore commenting about my comments.
Right. Basically, you also mentioned at the top of the show right after Bin Laden, so they played you twice.
By the way, I thought, I went on this concert for New York, and, I didn't know what the hell to do, so I whipped out the ass cheeks and admitted, you know what, my girlfriend pulled my pants down and she goes, let me see these ass cheeks that I love. Let me see them. Wow. She goes, because I think they look good in person. She pulled down my pants. They looked good. She says, look.
Was it very dark in the room?
Well, it ain't bright. Let's put it that way. But she says they look good, and I go, I know, I look so bad on TV. So, I said, you know what? It was on VH1. How many people could have watched it?
Is she going to leave you now?
What's she going to say? Oh.
No. She looked them over and liked it. She goes, you don't even have an ass. It's tiny. Yeah. But all right, never mind that. Or maybe she's in love with me and that's not right.
She could have terrible eyesight. I don't know.
Yeah. So
she put her face down there and expected.
Oh man, I'd love to get a hot chick with bad eyesight.
Where can you get one of those, man?
Go to there's a school for the blind up on 80th Street. That's where I meet them.
She's gonna be cruising around.
So anyway, I figured, well, this thing's gonna disappear. It was on VH1. They'll run it a couple of times, but nobody watches VH1 anyway. Nobody I know. And then it'll go away. I see an ad yesterday on TV. CBS Television's airing it Friday night.
Oh, you're kidding.
The concert for New York.
Wow.
Howard Stern's ass for New York.
So I don't know. I guess they're going to show it again. But I look really angry on it. I do. I look like an angry guy, don't I, when I start screaming about Drew Barrymore and Rosie O'Donnell.
It's not that you look so angry. It's just there wasn't anybody that came out that had anything negative to say in any way.
Well, Giuliani came down on people fleeing the city and not supporting New York right now.
And that cop said, Osama bin Laden, come get me.
Yeah, no, I'm saying
the cop. You know what? The cop said, "Hey, Osama bin Laden, come kiss my ass." I don't know. Well, you know what? I decided when I wrote my speech that I'm going to make a statement that I believe in. So screw everyone. I'm not going to be all politically correct.
Quite frankly, you have the kind of anger you wish the president would get.
I know. I'm a madman. Every cop and fireman came up to me and said, "Thank God for you."
Of course.
Because you're right. Why is everybody fleeing? So anyway, I'm
ready whenever you are, Howard.
Hold on. I'm laying in bed last night, and I'm watching TV, and I go, oh no. My ass is going to be on CBS television. Don't they have to put little dots over that?
No, don't cover
you out or something?
They'll probably make you run after 10 o'clock. Or it's a safe harbor.
No, they have to tile that out. I'm going to call Les Moonves.
That's obscene.
I'm going to be like, Les, please, cover my ass. I'm calling the FCC on these guys.
I thought you were great, man. I didn't know you were coming out.
No, everybody dug it. It's just because at least I had something to say. Everybody was just doing these blah speeches.
I wonder I wonder if Richard Gere was backstage and if he saw what he thought. I would love to know.
Someone Einziger can describe President Clinton looking at me while I was on.
Really?
Is Einziger here? I think Einziger retired. I don't think he works anymore. Yeah, because really, what does he do? He gives all the work to Robin Rosinski. Don't think I don't know what's going on. Oh, he's planning a wedding, a career change. Don't ask.
A career change?
Who knows?
Actually, apparently, there's a big birthday party that he's working on.
Yeah, he's working on his own birthday party.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, we're all getting together for Scott's birthday party. Fag.
And Ronnie.
Yeah, Ronnie.
Oh,
I know, that flyer was kind of gayish, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Scott and Ronnie's birthday party.
Hey, when did you guys hook up?
Yeah.
So anyway, Scott and Ronnie's birthday party that Howard better show up to, so there's funny money.
Yeah, there will be no party.
All right. So anyway...
Where's the funny money at?
Yeah, like Richard Gere gets up there and gets booed because he's talking about reversing the negative energy. If we turn all of our negativity into positivity, the love vibes will cure everything. Just the way, the Dalai Lama cured everything and lost his country to China.
Seems to be working so far.
He had the greatest line at that show. After everyone starts booing him, he stops. He goes, "I know it's not the popular opinion."
All I know is, when are we going to wake up to the fact that 6,000 people died a few weeks
Even
ago?
Natalie Portman, I give her the, she's young,
Right.
But she's a bit. I just want to send love to every person in the entire world.
Yeah, honey, you know what? You're 18 years old. You haven't lived. Boo. There's no love in the world.
Some people in this country believe that we're the true terrorists.
Yeah, they do. And you want to know something? Those are the people that need to go away.
Well, that's exactly what I was talking about. They'll say that was their government, not my government, even though they live here and take, advantage of every opportunity to
go there.
I had a woman explain to me how when we dropped the bomb on Japan that, we killed so many innocent people.
Yeah, that's called war. You know what? It's called fighting back the way they fight against us. A lot of our innocent people died. We live in a country where, up until a few weeks ago, Gary Condit was just about out of Congress, and now we forgot. And I have news for you. And I said this the day the World Trade Center disappeared. The day I said, Robin, I said it on the air. This will be off the front page in a couple of weeks. You'll see. We won't be that angry about it. We forget. We just go, we're not dead. We'll keep going on.
If you don't bomb us every day, we'll get over it.
I wish that, I wish we wake up to the fact that 6,000 people are dead. And that now, that's a dispute, like the Holocaust. Yeah. And now I'm surprised the guys over in Afghanistan, we didn't kill anybody. Nobody died. They're lying.
The spin is the Jews did it.
Yeah, now the Jews did it. And I'm sure there's a lot of people who believe that.
I was driving in New Jersey the other day, and I saw a guy selling the black Muslim newspaper, Farrakhan on the cover, and the headline in big bold letters is, "Show us the proof."
Oh, no.
Man. They don't even believe that the World Trade Center disappeared.
No,
they're still there.
No, they believe.
It's like a David Copperfield trick.
Farrakhan doesn't believe that it blew up?
Osama bin Laden might not have had anything to do.
I see. But they don't dispute that the World Trade Center is gone.
I don't know. They have it on the cover.
That would be the most interesting thing. All right. Hey, Melrose, go ahead since you got the tape.
Right, and it's a pretty long segment, Howard.
Yeah. You know what, then? Do me a favor.
Howard.
Can you hold on
and then she blames her problems on her mother.
Can you hold?
Wait a minute.
Can you hold this through the commercial?
Of course.
All right, hold on.
The movie's name is K-Pack.
I love Mary dearly. I hope this boyfriend's treating her well.
She seems happy. I hope it's all right.
She does seem happy.
Is Mary rich yet, man?
No. Oh, rich? She makes good. You know what? You'd be surprised. She makes some good money. I mean, I don't know her whole story, but she's always working. She's starting some other new movie.
Yeah, she got 2 in the bag already. Another one coming out after this K-Fax, and she's working, right?
Marty, what kind of money? You know movies. What kind of money could you get for, like, playing Jeff Bridges' wife? Like, you're not...
You see, the thing about her is she's been in a couple of hits, and that helps your quote a lot. Like, I make most of my money in television and stuff, so I've never got paid a bunch of money. Even, like, my third film, I only got, like, 80 grand for.
But if they're giving Artie 80 grand.
Well, I mean, Artie, who's nobody.
Artie's films haven't made any
must have money to throw away.
Artie, like, what could she make a film?
I bet someone like her who's been in movies that have opened #1, like yours, I bet she's making between $300 and $500.
Wow.
Wow.
I bet she is, yeah.
So she's rich.
Yeah.
That's a good cash.
I mean, she's comfortable,
Right.
Hey, can I ask you something? I heard something really disturbing.
Please.
All the money that's going to the Red Cross, do you know that they use a lot of it to, upgrade their phone systems? Have you heard about this?
Well, you see, there's a lot of rumors flying around, and I didn't even want to deal with that. That's why when we raised the money, I said to everyone, give the money to us, because we gave it to a fund that Rudy Giuliani administers, and that money, there's no administrative cost. They literally just give it to the firemen, policemen, and EMS workers' wives, for the guys who died. The controversy is, with this $1 billion that was raised through various means, one of the means being that TV show they did, the controversy is, well, how do we distribute the money? Now, as soon as you get that confusion, and there's no real charismatic leader behind the charity, people get nervous. And people have really opened up their pocketbooks. You can't say we're cheap people as Americans. There's a lot of good people in this country. A lot of scummy people who didn't contribute, who never contribute to anything and don't care about
and
anything.
are sitting there watching all this go on.
Right.
And they're going to go on.
Yeah, like Artie or other people. So,
I was on the horn.
They enjoy the shows, but they don't pick up the phone.
Artie, I'm kidding. You're like Mary. You get all sensitive. So anyway, so what's with you? So, anyway, so what they're saying now is, how is this money going to be distributed? Now, I said on the air yesterday, if you want to distribute this money, put me in charge. I'll tell you how you do it. I would bring in the shark accountants and lawyers that divvied up, carved up my fortune, and so diligently went through every penny and pointed out everything to me, and sat and factored in the day of the divorce, this dime goes here, that dime. I mean, these guys are like barracuda, and they can certainly dissect anybody's finances. What these guys would do, I'll let you have your follow-up.
Okay.
What these guys would do is come in and say, okay, here's the list of people that deserve money, meaning, anybody involved, the 6,000 who died, the Pentagon people who died, whatever it is.
How many children were affected,
Right. Then they look at the asset, which is $1 billion or whatever, and they say, okay, we divvy it up. These guys can get it all done in a week.
And the money would be distributed already.
Where the rub occurs, when you get something like $1 billion together, and there are people in charge of it, there's a chance for corruption. And it's not always obvious corruption. Sometimes the corruption is, okay, there's $1 billion, well, maybe we just give them the interest, and we'll keep the money in a fund, or maybe we'll use some of the money to administrate.
It's worse than that.
Yeah.
We just put all the money in our money.
Yeah.
And then we just do what we do as an organization. This money was specifically earmarked for the survivors and victims of the World Trade Center disasters, not for everything the Red Cross does or not for everything some other charity does.
Right. So anyway, where we're left in all of this is you could still take a little bit of a wait-and-see attitude. Some people are already jumping all over these charities and saying they're not distributing the money because there are people who are suffering right now as a result. People, let's say a guy's a janitor in the building. His wife isn't getting any income. They're not getting their money yet. It's a bureaucracy. But what is the proper amount of time to wait? Okay? Out of like 5, I forget the statistic, but a lot of the people have not received dime one.
That's what I'm saying.
And it's very easy to distribute this money. It really is. It's not hard.
And to determine who deserves this money.
You bet.
My question to you, though, when you were talking about your situation of having your money divvied up, was there a specific date at which you stopped having to divvy and it belonged to you?
Well, yeah, I mean, there's money that belongs to you, there's money that belongs to the kids, there's money that belongs to your ex-wife, there's money that belongs to, there's money that belongs to the lawyers, money that belongs to the accountants, everybody's got the money that belongs. But you know what? I earned all the money. That's the weird part.
You can try and, work out a deal, here's 30%, I think keep 70%.
No. Listen, let me tell you something. I'm not going to go into specifics of my particular divorce, but the fact of the matter is
I just wondered
we were both very fair.
But if there was a date upon which you decided, all right, the marriage ended here.
Of course.
And so from there back, everything is,
That's
all right.
What happened in the future? Do you still have to do that?
I'm not going to talk the specifics of my divorce. In fact, it's not even appropriate.
I was also thinking about Jerry Seinfeld the other day. Because, this comes up periodically.
I can't wait till he has to split up his
money. But that's what I want to ask you. He made all of his money it's very clear. He made all of his money.
He has a prenuptial agreement.
Before her.
Yeah, he has a prenup.
He didn't have.
Yeah.
He made all the money before her.
Doesn't matter.
No? No.
But if he has a prenup, it matters. It's he probably worked in if they have kids, how much the kids get, how much, he worked that a whole ahead of time.
All ahead of time.
And then the wife goes, I didn't know what I was signing. And then they go to court.
But
I want the whole thing.
If you're with your girlfriend for 8 years,
right?
Isn't then she entitled to something?
No, not
if you don't live together. I mean, if you live together, it's a common law marriage. Mike, go ahead. You're on the air.
Hey, Howard, how you doing,
What's
man?
up?
Oh, dude, what a way to end the week. Slamming show, SDP rocks. I've seen them twice. These guys kick some serious ass.
Yeah, they're great guys.
Just want to tell you, phenomenal show, man.
Thanks.
What a way to end the week.
Yeah, we had a great time today. It was a fun show. Ed, you're on the air.
Hello, Howard.
Yes.
How you doing?
Yeah.
Yeah, I just want the SDP was awesome.
Yes, they sounded great.
You remember that old German group that had that song Bon 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 on the Autobahn?
Yeah.
I think we should change it to Bomb 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 the Taliban.
Not bad. Bomb, 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 but the Taliban.
Yeah, it would work, right?
Yeah, not bad.
All right.
Get right on that and send it to me.
No.
Alexandria, you're on.
Hey, Howard.
Hi, how are you?
Hi, how are you? I'm calling from Miami. Hey, Robin.
Hi.
Artie, you're such a dork, but you crack me up. I had to thank you for every time you put Stone Temple Pilots on.
Yeah, they're great.
They are fantastic, and they're the only bands from the early 90s that are still around.
Yep.
They're reinventing themselves. That John Lennon show was amazing.
Yeah, they're just really great musicians.
And to hear them go off like that on Led Zeppelin, well, it was incredible.
Hey, because you know what? Sometimes I'm sitting here and these guys do a sound check, for us, and they start playing all these cool old songs,
Yeah, they're relaxed. They're not even thinking about it.
Yeah, and I go...
That's the way they unwind.
And I get really upset. I go, gee, I wish the audience could hear what they're doing right now. So that was nice of them to do that.
Yeah. Thank you very much. Every time you put them on, I always call we have like a chain of commands where we all call and put Howard on, they're on, We're big fans, and we thank you very much for every time you put them on there.
It's always hard to put musicians on sometimes because some of them aren't like, all that interesting. But these guys... also, I have to tell you, listen, I don't know them real well, but they just seem like real nice guys.
Yeah, and Scott Whalen, you have to give him his props, to come from where, to turn around like that takes a lot.
Yep, he did it. He did it. I think he's clean.
This time I think it worked.
Yeah, he seems the last couple of visits, he didn't go running back on heroin.
Yeah. I used to get worried every time he did the show.
I'm happy
for him.
Also,
Howard, I have to tell you, I've been a fan for a long time, and I feel like, we're on a, nice level. I can tell you, every time you defend yourself, like when you were defending yourself to Jade Barrymore.
Yeah.
People can see through your insecurities. We can't see you, but through your voice, when you have to defend yourself, you should never have to defend yourself. When you say something you meant it, like when you said that statement about people leaving New York, we all agree with you. You don't have to defend yourself.
Well, I'm doing a radio show. I think you want to be in on my thoughts. And when I was on the air listening to Drew Barrymore's response that what I do for a living is just hate people or be mean, I think that she's mistaking honesty for hatred.
Exactly. You don't even have to say that.
Well, it's important to say. Why not? Why shouldn't I say? If I didn't say anything, then we wouldn't have a show. So that's why I said, hey, thanks.
I just want you to know that you don't even have to defend
yourself. Well, thank you.
We know exactly where you're coming from.
All right. Thanks, Alexandria.
Thank you. You have a good day.
You too. Bye-bye. Robin, what's in the news?
You don't want to get together with Lisa Marie and comfort her now that Tim Burton has thrown her over for Helena Bonham Carter?
Yeah. I've already comforted her.
Oh, did you? You didn't tell me.
You didn't know?
To her, huh?
Spoken with her, yes. I know.
What happened there? I thought they were so in love.
Well, she really didn't tell me anything. But what happened is that from what I read in the paper, this is strictly from what I read in the paper, that Tim Burton and her went out for 10 years. That I guess for the last year it disintegrated. He wasn't around that much. She wasn't around that much. Whatever. And they broke up. And obviously it must have happened during the making of the Monkey movie there.
Yeah.
Because
Planet of the Apes.
Planet of the Apes. Now, I got to admit, she's got to be freaking out because Tim was a huge part of her life. Tim put her in every one of his movies, and they traveled together. They did everything together. She's real sweet. She seems, you met her here when she was in here with Tim Burton. I think Tim's a great director and everything, but, man, breakups are never fun.
But that Helena Bonham Carter, I wouldn't trust her.
Well, why? Why do you say that?
Well, she ran off with, what's his name? That guy who does all the Shakespeare movies. Broke up his marriage and then left him. Yeah. And now she's breaking up Tim and Lisa Marie, and she'll probably leave Tim.
How's this for a bulletin? Forget about Tim, and I know you're trying to lighten it up, but anthrax just found at the CIA building. Now, they got it in the CIA. It's all over the place.
Apparently it's everywhere.
I think Artie has it.
Let's just,
there's no test for that yet.
Get through this with frivolous news. Like, now they're saying there's no baby on the way for Pam Anderson and Kid Rock.
I'm glad. I'll tell you why. Because, I was thinking, in all seriousness, that kid don't stand a chance. What's Pam Anderson doing having another kid with? She just met Kid Rock. You knew that they're going to break up. It's not going to be a long relationship.
Look at her track record.
Yeah, exactly.
And his too.
Yeah.
What are the odds of them staying together?
They're not, and a kid isn't going to make it any easier. They're two kids themselves. And I love Kid Rock. Had him on the show. The guy's a party animal. He ain't ready for another kid. He's already got one kid.
He wasn't ready for that.
Wasn't ready for that one. She wasn't ready for the 2 she had with Tommy Lee.
Yeah.
What are these kids? They don't need to be having kids. They just don't. And
Well,
I'm thinking of the kid.
So you believe now the reports that it's not true? I'm hoping it's not true.
I don't know if it's true or not, but I'm hoping it ain't.
But they say both a spokesperson and management for Rock denied the actress is pregnant. A spokesperson for Anderson has also denied the report.
That almost definitely means it's true.
Yeah. What fun is it, though, to have Pam Anderson pregnant?
Who wants to think of her having a baby coming out of the best part you want to have?
Yeah.
Ruins it.
It ruins everything. Unless it's a way of controlling her and owning her.
Just keeping a piece of her.
But I don't think he's that insecure, is he? I don't think so. This is a guy who dumped over James King and everything. I mean, he's got a lot of action going on.
How long's his career going to last, though? Seriously, Kid Rock.
It'd be funny, seriously. He is pretty talented, yeah. He was sending me tapes 10 years before he even got famous, and some of the stuff he was doing was amazingly ahead of its time. The guy's a talented guy.
And, not only does he rap, he sings,
I thought, he did Ba What a Bod. I thought it was a cool song, and then he did that other song, Only God Knows, which was a great ballad with a good voice. I think he's pretty talented.
Yeah, he is talented, but, she's going to ruin him.
I see the signs already.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I mean, he's got to go back to banging, mediocre chicks.
Yeah. That's what keeps it real.
Girls.
Yeah.
Real.
Keeping it real.
Yeah. Like that chick who invented that diaper who's in here.
Yeah, you should bang her.
Yeah, bang her.
Charcoal diaper.
Charcoal diaper.
I just took pictures with them during the commercials.
Yeah, they caught me out in the hall, too.
Yeah.
They won't leave.
I felt kind of bad for them. They put a bunch of money into making charcoal underwear. And
they came a long way on their own dime.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, no.
I was like, yeah, don't worry, I'll mention the website again. I felt bad for them.
You should take them out on the town this afternoon.
I don't feel that bad.
Just to go back to the Lisa Marie thing again, it's sort of weird because they were both in town promoting Planet of the Apes, and they actually didn't want to come in together, which I found odd.
Well, now you know what was going on.
I understand what was going on there.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so as you said, yes, there is anthrax at the CIA. There's anthrax at the Senate building or something where Tom Daschle's office is. They found some more somewhere else in an elevator. It's anthrax at the post offices, so we have a real problem. Now, the thing is that they are now willing to admit that the Thomas Daschle anthrax is a very potent strain of anthrax.
And a lot of people are pissed because they're like, well, tell us right up front.
Yeah, why were you holding back this information?
Yeah, and a lot of postal workers are pissed, too.
Yeah, because it's that powerful that it's all, if they were near that letter in the post office, they're exposed. So now the number of people on Cipro has reached the level of 10,000.
Wow.
Just, prophylactically. They're not infected or anything, but they may have had exposure and therefore have been put on Cipro.
When are we going to, I've said this all morning, when are we going to get real with this war? I mean, I don't feel like we are.
And you understand that the only, they say, at the PhD level, yeah, you could, if you had a lab, you could cook out this kind of anthrax. It's not that complicated to do. But I'm also hearing that the only places that have this kind of anthrax are the U.S., Russia, and Iraq.
So where do you think it's coming from?
Yeah.
So.
When are we going to get real?
People are slowly forgetting about everything that happened. You can tell.
I said that on the air this morning. I said it the day it happened. I watched those towers go down, and I said, you'll see, a couple of months, people won't even remember. It's the way Gary Conant, people won't remember. Chandra Levy, nobody cares. Guy was almost out of Congress. Now nobody even remembers his name. We have a weird mentality in this country. And this
it's a
war
part of
effort,
that consumer society. We, throw it away.
This war effort is the most bizarre one I've ever seen in the history of mankind. We're at war. We have a dangerous enemy, and we're sending money.
And food.
Children are raising money for the enemy.
And writing them letters.
And writing them letters. I mean, they're writing us letters, but they're laced with drugs.
Right. We've already been on the pen pal list.
Yeah, we already got some pen pals going. And what I'm saying is, where's the anger?
But we are the only people who are angry.
I know, but people said to me, gee, at the concert for New York, you looked angry when you were up there. And I go, I am angry.
Yeah, you and that big fireman.
We were the only two dudes. I wanted to kiss that guy.
The politicians are laughing.
No, they're all calming us down. And I said, in World War II, there was a reporter today who was talking about this in the newspaper. He said, in World War II, you didn't send dollar bills to the Japanese children. We knew that there were some good Japanese, but you're at war with a country.
Writing letters. Nobody wanted a Japanese pen pal.
We didn't send letters to the few good people in Germany who really, there were people in Germany that didn't really want to be Nazis, but who cared?
You know what? They were there. They were considered a Nazi until proven otherwise. And that's how we should be treating the Taliban and Afghanistan. If you're not here right now, you're probably a member of the Taliban.
Yeah, and let's face it, the Taliban is supposedly like 6 guys or something. 6 guys can't take over a whole country. The people are going along with it.
Yeah, when those guys got into power and they said, start putting your women in burqas and beat them if they go out alone, the guys went along with it.
Yep.
They got a whole country full of people hiding their women.
Seems a little crazy, but okay.
All right, anything else, Robin?
Well, here's our vice president. He's surfaced, and I guess his job right now, as the president is getting kids to collect money and write letters, I guess the vice president's job is to prepare us for what's ahead, number 15.
All right. He's going to prepare us.
Many of the steps we are now been forced to take will become permanent in American life. They represent an understanding of the world as it is and dangers we must guard against, perhaps for decades to come.
In other words, the civil liberties that have been taken away from us, we are going to have to learn to live without them because obviously we're not going to go get anybody.
If you followed the Howard Stern for President plan, you wouldn't have to have any of your civil liberties taken away. It would all be wrapped up in 2 weeks.
That's right. You would not be unsafe with your freedoms.
Yeah, the planet would be gone, but
hey,
you'd
but
be
that's
safe.
the way it has to be.
Who needs it? I never saw it.
Bad about it later.
Yeah. Don't worry, anybody. There's no chance I'm going to get elected.
Nobody's. You're not even running.
No.
It's funny because I was talking to Scott DePace, and he's like, well, are we going to have to pay them reparations in 5 years like we did the Japanese?
Of course.
And I'm like, I wish we would be in the position to pay reparations.
We're not even there.
Yeah. The U.S. Defense Secretary, I think somebody lit a fire under him because he was saying the other day that we probably couldn't catch Osama bin Laden.
What number?
Now he's saying, no matter how long or difficult, we will catch him, number 16.
Okay.
Have we made progress? And I said, and I at great risk will say again, that until you have him, you do not have him.
There you go.
Well, how much more clear can I make it?
And then you do the hokey pokey and you turn yourself around.
And speaking of Gary Condit, his wife came out and spoke for the first time, and she's still standing by her man.
Now there's a whacked out broad.
Stop it. Are you out of your
Had multiple affairs, and she's like, yeah, I'll stay with him.
This is the first time she's come out and spoken publicly since Chandra Levy went missing after her husband admitted having an affair with her. She made her remarks on Wednesday as she accepted a plaque honoring her husband's contributions to the future University of California campus in Merced. So she is standing by him. She believes that I suppose he should stay in Congress as well, and she'll stay in California, and he'll be in Washington, and everything will be just fine.
Yeah, as long as he stays in Washington, she's in California, everything will be fine. It's easy to stand by him.
That is a strong, dumb woman.
Yeah. We need more strong, dumb women.
Dumb women.
See, she's a good role model.
Yeah. We like them strong.
Honey, I've been cheating on you for 15 years, and I've had multiple affairs. I'll stand by you. Okay, baby.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And the kids, I'm proud of my father. That's a whole dumb family.
Don't say you're proud.
Honey, when you're done with your affair, dinner's ready.
Yeah, dinner will be on the table.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, they say that the air quality of New York probably is in question as a result of the continuing burning down at the site of the World Trade Center. They say there are many toxins floating in the air, and at Ground Zero there have been tests that show that the level of those toxins have far exceeded the levels considered safe by the federal government. So we're not sure how long it's dangerous to be breathing in that kind of air or what kind of exposure will lead to future problems, but we do have an air quality problem down at Ground Zero and maybe further away than we think.
Wow.
So we've got anthrax.
Yeah, that freaks me out.
Bad air, and they see it's also in the water, and what are we going to do?
We'll all be sick.
I need charcoal underpants.
Charcoal underpants will help.
We all need that.
All right. At the box office this weekend, since we can't do anything better than that, there is K-Pax, which stars Mary McCormick along with Jeff Bridges and Kevin Spacey. Here's Jeff Bridges on the atmosphere on the set.
There was a lot of, sharing and openness as far as ideas, so if I had an idea for a scene or for Kevin, I'd throw it out, or if I had...
Wow. When you were doing make-believe, you were nice to each other.
That's right. We really were. We allowed each other to create.
Jeff, throw out your
How generous. I like you said, we were all generous to one another. Yeah, well, why not? You're doing make-believe, dude.
Kevin Spacey was asked if he really ate a whole banana.
Wow.
It was always in the script, that he ate. That's how he ate produce. It was just whole. There was nothing bad about any of it. He just ate it all. And when we came to do that scene, they had, very kindly, to save me from eating a banana peel, they made these fake bananas, and they were really not right. They just didn't look like they were bananas at all, and they were kind of falling apart. And so I
well, that's pretty cool, man. Because there was a scene where he eats a whole banana.
Yes.
They can make a fake banana.
But it didn't look right.
I got to tell you, what I learned on this show is
frightening.
Yeah,
so frightening.
Now I'd like to sing Mind Games.
Thanks.
Mary McCormick was asked what it was like to work
what a doll.
with Jeff Bridges.
Everyone came in after and said, didn't Mary look good?
She does look good.
She's a she wanted nothing to do with me.
Oh.
Maddie.
He's the dude.
Who's the dude? What is she talking about?
Bridges.
Oh, Jeff Bridges is the dude?
Yes.
Thought I was the dude when I did my movie.
Well, whenever she's working with a guy, he becomes the dude.
Yeah, I like that. I used to be the dude. Now Jeff Bridges is the dude.
And now some producer's the dude.
That ain't right.
The dude through and through, which is like exactly what you want him to be. It's so... Thank God he's the dude.
Who was the dude?
Oh, she's talking about the Big Lebowski? Is that what she's talking about?
No, she's talking about Jeff Bridges is the man.
I think Artie's right. He played a character called the dude in the movie.
Oh.
Yeah, right.
Oh, for Christ's sake. Who's going to understand that?
I think.
Deep.
Just relaxed and mellow and happy to be alive and comfortable in his own skin and things like,
This is stuff she used to say about me when we were in a movie together.
You could just play it back.
How was the dude? Damn it, I thought it was only me. I thought I was the one.
I'm sorry to bring you back, Karina.
You really are. He's the dude and I'm the duty.
Maddie, I thought I was the dude.
Well, you know what I mean? Like, he used to say that about me. Yeah. What, I got to put her in another movie?
Light is pretty and it's just the dude. He's just happy to be alive. And I think on top of that, like one of the greatest American actors, so...
Wow. I used to be the greatest American actor.
Happy to work with him.
Maybe she's talking about you.
Now, the best part of doing a movie is that someone as talented as Mary goes around, does interviews, and talks about how talented you are.
Tells everybody how wonderful you are.
That's what's so cool about doing a movie. Everybody says nice things about you. Even as big a skunk as I am, people were saying great things about me.
I've done movies and no one ever said anything good.
Really?
Yeah.
Do they even bring you up in the interview?
So you weren't the star of the movie.
John Travolta, he just says good things about himself. The
Smart.
actor
That's what I did.
Shares his favorite films that he's made.
I never really paid much attention to...
Number 5.
Number 5. My bad.
When I look back at Grease, I'm so happy I made it because it's made so many people so happy. Each generation.
That's an interesting... I'm so glad I do this show every day. It makes people happy. That's why I do it.
Grease makes so many
people
happy.
Idiot. It's because now you got a plane.
Gets happier with this movie. So there's those kinds of movies where I'm thinking, God, I'm so glad I made that. And then there's other movies that just as an actor, you're so proud you had a chance to do. Like a plea.
Now someone cleans up your crap at the Scientology house.
And now he will explain to us how he has dealt with the low points in his career.
The failure. I never really gave it a whole lot of credence. I always felt that confident in the areas that I was, and the areas I wasn't, I didn't really pay a lot of attention to. So I think that helped me survive through all those times.
Wasn't he Barbarino? Why is he being treated seriously?
What? Wait.
Billy Crystal is the voice, one of the voices
All of a sudden he's got a Gulfstream.
Monsters, Inc.
Guy was Barbarino for a couple of years, and he's got a Gulfstream jet.
And the whole time he was doing badly, he had the Gulfstream.
Yeah, right, yeah.
What happened there?
His career was on hold for 15 years.
So he learned to fly.
Yeah, but he's flying around on a Gulfstream.
Freddie Boom Boom Washington's a janitor.
Anyway, Monsters, Inc. opens on November 2nd. Billy Crystal is one of the voices. Of course, he's doing a lot of publicity.
Except here.
Here, Billy comments about the possibility of World Trade Center jokes.
They're out there. They're happening.
I invent everything.
And, you know,
and it's there, and it's here, and we're all here, and we're queer, and we're proud.
But it always happens, you know, that way. Someone sees it. It's just the way they handle the nervousness and the fear and the terror. So if you make light of it, it goes away for a second, but it doesn't, you know. Obviously,
Damn, he knows a lot of stuff.
Wow. He understands why other people make jokes.
Like, here's a joke. The World Trade Center disappeared like my hair. Okay, that's out there. Now it's here.
Here he comments about changes Hollywood will make as a result of the tragedy.
I don't think we should have a knee-jerk reaction and just make everything just incredibly sanitary. I think that the problem with a lot of those movies has been for years. And, you know, I just think that it's not my cup of tea. People want to see it, but I don't
see what.
I don't know what he's talking about.
Me neither.
Do people ask him questions, or he just stops and gives opinions?
They didn't actually ask him anything. They just stick a microphone by his house.
Every once in a while he comes out and says something.
What else you got there, Robin?
Shannon Elizabeth is in a new movie called 13 Ghosts, and here she is commenting on working with fake blood on the set.
It was funny how the people putting blood
This is almost as fascinating as the fake banana that Kevin Spacey had to eat.
down on the floors, like in the bathroom scene and stuff, were very specific about where it had to go, and nobody else could touch it, and they were blood artists, you know.
Bring us into your scary life.
Shut up.
They were very specific about the blood.
I like the fake laugh.
They were blood artists.
Blood artists.
And Rose McGowan, our friend, is now on the TV show Charmed, where she plays a witch, and
it's a piece of ass.
she says she's, you know, had a pretty lucky life. She never meant to be an actress, but she was visiting L.A. when she was just cast in a movie. So.
I kind of never really thought about my... She's just on my lap, huh?
I like that when she was with Marilyn Manson, made her weird.
That's all sweetness and light.
Yeah, no. Oh, yeah, no, everything's fine. I'm not weird anymore. I'm with Marilyn.
You were saying she got the Manson banged out of her?
In terms of a career, I just thought it was kind of a funny interlude in my life. And I've had kind of an odd peripatetic existence, and I kind of...
Wow, that was
peripatetic? Where you learn that word?
I made Reader's Digest today.
She can't walk? Is that what you mean?
Yeah, that's when you lose the use of your legs, but you could use your arms. Peripatetic.
Yeah.
I expected that to continue, and it has, largely. You know, and I don't...
All right, she's a cool chick.
She is.
She's all right.
But, you know, she's had a lucky life. They just saw her and cast her, and they keep doing it.
Look at my boobs.
Look at my boobs. I'm a
hero. Thank you.
So that's what's happening.
Thank you, Robin. And speaking of boobs, you got great ones, too.
Yes.
You got all of us.
Robin.
A lot of boobs. Well, I want to thank all my guests today. Stone Temple Pilots, that song Revolution is actually out as a single, and all the profits will go to Twin Towers Relief Fund. Also, the new album Shangri-La-Di-Da is in stores. The new single Wonderful is in stores. And they're going to headline the Family Values Tour this year with Stained in Lincoln Park and Static X. Also, I want to thank Mike Walker from the Gossip Game. Thanks to Nantucket Nectars for sponsoring that, and Mike at nationalenquirer.com. Also want to thank the couple who came in with the charcoal underwear. It'll get rid of your gas problem. Won't smell. You might have gas, but no one will know it.
And what is it called? Underease?
Underease. Funny you remember that. If you sound like this,
that's not making love.
You need Underease. Go to under-tech.com or call 1-888-433-5913. And Mary McCormick, who not only played my wife in the movies, but Now plays the wife of Lloyd Bridges' son.
Yes.
Lloyd Bridges' son. Don't jump down my throat so quick. Give me a second.
Lloyd Bridges' son.
Lloyd Bridges' son, Jeff, is in a movie with Mary McCormick and Kevin Spacey's in that, and it's called K-Pax, and it opens in movie theaters everywhere today.
You might as well say Sea Hunt's son.
Sea Hunt's son.
Yeah.
Artie Lang, thank you. You're nobody's son. It's true. Artie, I love you, and
thank you.
Great having you here today. Funny as always. Fred, thank you.
Thank you.
Benji, thank you. Gary Delabete, thank you. And Gary's going to be with Bobby V.
Bobby V.
Bobby
V. I'm making an appearance with the Mets manager, Bobby V. I will be in my glory.
Yeah. Bobby V, this Saturday from noon to 8. He's going to be over at Cove Island Park in Stamford, Connecticut.
Noon to 8.
Noon to 8. That's a big appearance.
That's a long
Yeah, you know what? The Yankees manager's busy Saturday.
Boff, I'll do anything not to be home.
The event is noon to 8. I'll be there like a good chunk in the middle of it.
Boss, I'm going to be with Bobby V from noon to 8. Mary, I'll be gone from noon to 8.
Well, actually, it takes an hour to get there, an hour to get back. I'll see you tomorrow.
So we'll be driving around for 4 hours. Right, so it's 11, actually 11 to 9.
Well, good. I won't have to have a bloody nose and take aspirin all weekend. I don't have to be home with my wife and kids. I'll be with Bobby V. Now, honey, I have to go work. Work. You're standing next to Bobby V.
Pull out, exit, third floor, and take a nap.
Don't miss 30. I'm going to nap at the Bobby V appearance. My wife won't let me nap at home.
You go in the corner, I'll be snoozing over here.
Gary said to himself, would I rather go Saturday and stand next to Bobby V or be home with headaches and bloody noses watching the kids
Bobby V
until Bobby V won?
Bobby V it is.
Yeah. Then when I get home, I'll put the porn in the VCR. Life's great.
And lock the door.
All right. Gary getting together for a good cause, trying to raise money for the people who were lost on September 11th. Don't miss Stuttering John's Comedy Show at the 152 Bar and Grill in Falston, Maryland tonight and tomorrow night. He's going to be over there. Gotta say hi to him. And that's it.
All right.
Okay. I'll see you Monday.
I was just talking to John Hine about the merger. I was getting all angry. Johnny, you want to explain all that? This makes me nuts. I get crazy from this merger thing. I hate... you know, there's always, like, weird stuff going on in the world, and you hate hearing about it. Like, you want to just put your head in the sand. The more I hear about this merger, the sicker I get. I mean, I don't know anything about it, and I'm sure everyone at the company's happy. But listen to, like, all the stipulations that go on to the merger. Go ahead.
Sirius and XM sent a joint letter to the FCC responding to what Kevin Martin said about the concessions they have to make.
Yeah.
And the first one is the, and I think you have the details on that sheet, but the minority-owned channels, it's 4% of the channels that they have. They have to pay no lease. It doesn't cost anything for those companies to have these channels. And then there's a footnote that specifies what minority-owned means. And it's crazy. I mean, they're just literally, the companies have to give these channels away, and then...
So who is the minority? It's only black people, right? Because it can't be any Hispanics.
No, I think there are, and again, I'm not looking at the sheet, but it's blacks, but not of Hispanic origin.
Right.
Alaskan natives, I think. It's ridiculous how specific they're getting in who can have these channels.
But you know what's weird? This isn't a natural resource. This is like an invention of, of someone who, like, people pump billions of dollars into. It's not even clear that it's a business yet. And they were already giving it away and carving it up. Why would you have to, like, why doesn't Apple have to give the iPod to minorities? I don't get it. What the fuck are they doing?
And you're talking about a business that cannot afford any sort of money
please, who even knows?
Also, who gets into business and they don't have to pay for it?
Yeah, I mean, it's weird. Well, there's a lot of, like, a friend of mine was telling me about how he does construction, and as soon as he shows up at a construction job, this truck pulls up.
Right.
And it's this, like, Black Hispanic Coalition. It says, listen, if you fuckers don't give us a couple of jobs here, and when we mean jobs, we mean, like, no-show jobs.
Right.
If you don't give us no-show jobs, we're going to just graffiti this fucking place. And, you know, it's like mobster stuff.
I've heard of that, too.
That's exactly what the mafia did.
But what's weird is, like, oil companies don't have to sign over anything to minorities or anybody. Like, why not
I mean...
Yeah, why don't you have to give a certain number of your oil wells away?
Right. Oil companies and electricity and all that stuff, that shit that's a guaranteed lock. It's a business. You know oil companies are going to make money. You know, especially like Exxon, Mobil, you know. Why don't they have to give away
If you can get oil out of the ground, you're going to make money.
This is a speculative business at best. People are imagining this might be a business someday, and they're already carving it up. This is clearly the fucking horseshit that the NAB, you know, they paid a bunch of people and got them all to go along with this. So what other things are attached to this?
Well, speaking of the NAB, now the radios that are produced have to have an option for HD radio.
They're signing off on that? They're going to do that? They're going to manufacture high-def radios?
No,
Does the NAB have to put satellite when they sell a radio?
Apparently not.
Does terrestrial radio have to put a satellite radio every time they sell a radio?
Apparently not.
Motherfucker! Yeah. How the fuck does this shit go down in America? I mean, we're so fucked.
Well, it's to the point that, if you want to have this business...
We're going to screw you.
We're going to put our foot on your neck. See if you can breathe.
Yeah. So they're just trying to kill the satellite business, that's all.
I think they're calling them interoperable radios. So it has the capacity to carry satellite, but also terrestrial radio. You could plug an iPod into it, HD radio, anything needs to work.
Give all of your competitors an opportunity to get in.
Yeah, exactly. And exactly, competitors. We have competitors.
Yeah. Right. And the Department of Justice said this is competitive. It's like iPod. Are they forced to put satellite radio on? Of
course not.
Why not? Is terrestrial radio forced to put a satellite receiver into the terrestrial radios they sell?
Nope.
Why not? Why isn't it fairly done? What the fuck is the government doing? You know, what is going on in America? Why isn't America rejoicing that some entrepreneurs are putting billions of dollars into a new business and trying to create something? Motherfucker, it's making me nuts.
That's what they claim they do.
And satellite radio is an option.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, if you don't want it, don't buy it.
It's priority that it's ridiculous.
How come on every other merger in this country, name them all, when Viacom and CBS merge, how come they didn't have to give away, 20% of the company minorities? How come when ExxonMobil merges? How come when Westinghouse and, what?
You know what?
What the fuck is going on with this merger?
The truth is, those are already powerful entities with a lot of clout when they merge. We don't have any clout.
Right.
And the kicker is, of course, I think one of the black caucuses doesn't feel that 4% is enough.
Right. And I just read that in David Hinckley's column today. They're saying this is bullshit.
They're not giving us enough. It's not like you have to buy in.
Yeah.
They're not giving us enough.
Right. We're not getting a freebie for we're not getting enough freebie here. Holy cow.
It also has to be available in Puerto Rico. That's another stipulation.
Well, that, of course. I mean, come on.
Satellite?
Yeah.
Why? Why does it have to be...
It's not available in Hawaii.
Why does it have to be available in Puerto Rico? I don't understand.
That's not even a state.
How can they explain that fucking horseshit?
I have no idea.
Yeah, like a gun to your head. You must be in Puerto Rico.
But why would they even want that?
Why don't all satellite listeners have to pledge to listen to 10 hours of terrestrial radio a week? So that to make sure.
They didn't think of that.
Oh, they didn't think of it. Why can't we force Americans to have to listen to terrestrial radio, all those that buy satellite? They're just trying to kill the business.
It sounds like a bunch of rednecks in a room going, what if we tell them it's got to be in Puerto Rico?
Yes, it is.
They'll give up. They won't go there.
Oh, that'll get them.
Yeah, but don't you want the Puerto Ricans to hear the blacks of non-Hispanic origin in their broadcasting?
And the Eskimos.
And the Eskimos. Hey,
Eskimo programming.
We like the Eskimos.
I don't understand my own bullshit. Now, Sammy Sosa, what is he?
I'm not sure.
He's black, but I think he's Hispanic.
Now, Senator, does this mean A-Rod gets a radio?
Wow. Any other stipulations that we don't know of?
No, but this is all based on what the FCC chairman...
Oh, plus he can't raise prices for 3 years.
Right, the prices are locked in.
Right. So, you don't even run your own business. It's communism now.
Wish they do that with oil.
Right. Yeah. Why don't they say that?
They can't do a windfall profits tax. They can't do anything to oil.
Because ExxonMobil is clearly struggling in these times.
Right.
It's insane.
Yeah, insane.
See, I bet with those huge companies like we were talking about before, I bet they do make payoffs, but they got so much money, they just do it right away, and the government's used to getting what they want. Right. Now,
that's
with
what
us, they're like,
they have clout.
Yeah, with us,
they're picking over this corpse.
Yeah.
They're trying to bankrupt this business so bad.
Well, unfortunately, what's happening now is XM and Sirius have all their accountants looking at this going, God, if we agree to this, then...
we'll go broke.
Yeah.
It's so sad.
We'll never make a dime.
I saw Mel somewhere at the Friars Club. I've never seen the guy so exhausted from this horse shit.
And frustrated. He
was just frustrated. Like, I've never seen the guy so down. Because they're beating him down. They're beating it. They're beating up this fucking company. They're beating up XM. They're beating up Sirius. They're beating up the fucking industry.
Now,
they're beating it up, man.
One question I have is, they made a response to... You're talking about the...
Yeah, I wanted to clarify it. This is a letter from Sirius and XM to the FCC. So this is stuff they've agreed to do. So you can only imagine what was asked.
36-month rate freeze. Let's say they want to charge $1,000 a day for satellite radio. Why shouldn't they be allowed to? And you want to know something? And all the satellite subscribers would go, hey, fuck you, I'm not paying you $1,000 a day.
But that's my point. When they were first talking about this and worrying about the prices, I was like, first of all, nobody needs it. Second of all, if the consumer doesn't pay the price, we go out of business.
Right.
There's all kinds of protections to prevent people from being raped by satellite.
Guess what's going to keep the price down? People aren't going to pay it.
That's right.
In a way, it's a compliment to you. Maybe they're like, no, people need Howard.
Right. Well, I can't help but think that I have some of this is about me, because every picture...
It's everything to do with you.
Yeah.
Well, I don't want to be pompous, but
before you came... There was no presence of satellite radio.
But there was also no viable industry.
And there was no viable merger either.
I mean, XM was kind of like known. Sirius wasn't even a reality to most people. It was like that. What is that company?
I know, and you know what? Every article I read, whenever they talk about the merger, is a big giant picture of me.
Mm-hmm. And why start?
You are the face of satellite radio, like it or not.
Why start not being pompous now?
Well, I'll tell you why. Because I get more emails.
He's kind of trying to keep his head down.
I got more emails whenever I go, well, it's because of me they do this. So it's like I just don't feel like dealing with the grief.
I think it's either because of you or at the very least the publicity that you generated without question.
Well, it's
not Martha Stewart. No offense to Martha, but it's not Martha, and it's not Barbara Walters.
It ain't the Foxhole with Jamie Foxx, although I love that urban brand of comedy.
It's Elvis.
Not to mention what this company has to shell out in order to get, NASCAR and all the various baseball,
What a God
football,
knows.
and, XM does baseball, we do football, whatever. I mean, it's all like, no one's taken any... To take that kind of financial risk to try to start up a business is tremendous. And they're acting like the satellite radio is already billions of dollars into the profits. And boy, oh boy, these guys are living off the fat of the land. We're going to get a little something here for the people.
That's right. We're going to get something back for the people.
There's hardly that going. I mean, who even knows that this thing will be around in 10 years? They're going to fucking rape this carcass over and over and over again. And it's disgusting.
It's a baby. They're raping a baby.
I know.
Baby rapers!
But it's just so sickening.
And you know what else? I was talking to one of my good friends who's also a big Springsteen fan. What the hell are they playing Bruce to allow bootlegs? Like, that channel is amazing, the Springsteen channel, because I listen to some shows I was at 8 years ago. They play an entire concert bootlegged, and Springsteen was always like, nah, it's not perfected. I don't want that out there. He was always against it. He's allowing them to play bootlegs now. God knows what they're paying him.
Exactly.
I mean, it's just, that's all money. It's a great channel, just like our channels are great, but those cost money.
We sit on our ass, and this and that and the other thing. There are people willing to put up money, billions, on the idea that this might be workable.
Absolutely. It's great.
They call it highly speculative. Yeah. And I admire their tenacity. That's what makes America great. That's why we have so many great industries. There are people who risk their ass. And you see this merger, and you see what they're doing. And when I say they, I'm talking about the government. United States government is allowing these shenanigans to go on. If this was a legitimate fucking government that cared about anybody, they'd sit there and say, listen, fucknuts, This is every bit competitive. The Department of Justice has told us so, and all you go the fuck away, and that's it. It's done. Too bad. Wow, wow,
There's
wow.
There's nothing here to get.
There's nothing here for you. Go start up a business, cocksuckers.
Right.
Fucking NAB, go fuck yourselves. You've got terrestrial radio. You got 360 million listeners.
You've had a monopoly.
And you still can't program shit. You can't even figure out half these radio stations how to get a fucking one share. Go out and make your product better. You cocksucking fucks. Fucking hate terrestrial radio.
It's not only just, it's not even
lazy
them.
motherfuckers who can't come up with a goddamn decent thing to listen to on the radio. You're all fucking con men. Terrestrial radio. And believe me, I'd have a lot more to say.
Bullies.
Bullies. Yeah, we're gonna sink that. Why should we have competition? We're used to having the whole playing field to ourselves.
But there's a long history of this kind of thing in this country.
I do hope the merger goes through, because you know what? I hope fucking terrestrial radio dies. I hope it's a big goddamn dinosaur.
I hope they're right. This is the big scary monster they think it is.
Yeah, I hope so.
Well, you know what it's like? A corrupt cop muscling in on a business and saying, you got to pay us. You pay us or you don't operate.
Well, yeah, that's exactly what this is. It's not even like that. It is that.
Yeah.
And the government's allowing it.
It's pulling a girl over. When you're a cop, it's pulling a girl over and say, take care of the kids.
Exactly.
That's what it is.
They want us to blow them.
I wasn't even breaking the law.
Yeah.
We have to take care of all their kids.
These companies, over 16 months ago, decided they wanted to merge, and this is what the torture rack is. They're waiting for this thing to crumble.
Yeah.
Oh.
Keep in mind, there are 4 other FCC commissioners who have to vote on this.
I heard 2 already. Still, they don't like it.
Right. The 2, not to draw on party lines, but the 2 Republicans